Good morning. Whoa. Good afternoon. I meant. Welcome to Knowledge and Relationships M3 TV News, the stream that gives you the best news. This is your boy M3, and I have a guest with me, and I'd like to introduce you guys to no other than our good friend Dominique. Let's go ahead and play the saxophone music real quick. Just give it like a little bit of flavor, right? Kind of pump your head up. Go Dominique, go Dominique, go Dominique, go Dominique, go Dominique. No other than the Queen Dog.
Hi. That was great. I love that.
Yeah. Good evening, Dominique. I don't know why I was saying morning, man. I guess because I'm just now waking up myself. So I got to make sure I get my mind right sometime.
I understand. The days kind of meld for me sometimes, and I'm like, is it Tuesday or is it Wednesday?
That's a good question. Today is Sunday.
Thank you for that. I have work tomorrow. Cool. Now I know.
Right. But before I even begin, I gotta give my shout outs real quick. For the ones who's watching, I gotta give a shout outs to Kris, the blooming Ebony. She says, Knowledge and Relationships are back at it again. I forgot to do the voice though, but I'll catch you next time. We also have a new guest that's also watching. Let me see. I can't pronounce the first name, but I'm just gonna call her Main because there's a lot of words on there, right? It's like, and then that person says, "Sex guy is so good." Yes, definitely is. It's a good.
No idea what that is.
Sax guy is the one that I was playing when I was introducing you.
Oh, so I'm here. I totally heard sex guy, and I'm like, what is that? Never mind. It's okay. It's getting late. It's Sunday.
Hey, it's all good. Anyone who's also new to this channel, please feel free to subscribe to Knowledge and Relationships on the YouTube version because we're also streaming live on YouTube. So, yeah, feel free to subscribe, like, and subscribe to the channel on YouTube. We gotta get these likes up. Also, Kris says the braids looks nice.
Oh, thank you, Kris. It was a long, hard work, and I'm not done. I got a few more braids left to go.
Oh, okay. Oh man, we have another comment. The Zaxo beat is the song. That's what Matthew Rose says. Thank you so much.
Matt. Can I give a shout out to Matt? Matt is amazing. Thank you so much for tuning in. Matt's actually really cool, and he plays a few instruments, so he knows a lot. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You know what? Hey, it would be nice to try to get him on the show if he's not camera shy sometime. You know, maybe we could do some music stuff.
He likes TikTok, so he just might get on and do a little music.
Oh, okay. That's what's up, y'all. So thank you guys again in chat. And you guys are more than welcome to ask Queen Dom, any questions that you like in the chat. And then later I will open a chat for the public to come in and join the panel to ask questions live. So let me see. Let me go ahead and put this out here. So if you guys wish to donate, please donate to any of the platforms like the Cash App, the PayPal, Venmo, whatever you like. It's up to you. But most importantly, please subscribe to Knowledge and Relationships on YouTube and give us a thumbs up. It helps build a algorithm up. All right. And salute to Jazzy Taylor. You know Jazzy as well?
Yes. That is the crazy young man who lives in the room next to me, my brother. That's my baby bro.
Okay, well, baby boy Jazzy, make sure you subscribe to Knowledge and Relationships.
Yes, you guys need to get him on the show, because if you think I can talk and I can debate, we just debated for 2 hours straight to the point where I was like, you need to get out my room. I need to finish doing my hair.
Oh, okay, like that, huh? Hey, all right.
He's like me.
All right, well, that's what's up. All right, well, you know what, Dom? Let's go ahead and start off with the first question, right? To getting to know you, getting to know all about you. Okay, and then Jazzy says, I'll subscribe. Thank you so much, Jazzy. We appreciate you for this. Don't forget to hit the notification bell.
I have a choice, so I'm just saying.
Oh, man.
I know where he sleeps, so.
No choice. Oh, man. Okay. Okay, Dom. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Whew, that's a loaded question. It's a lot. There's a lot. I moved here 3 years ago from New York City, born and raised in Harlem. I lived in San Francisco for a little bit, went to college there for fashion. Love all things fashion. I do hair, I do makeup. I'm a little on the crazy side. I'm a caregiver, a direct support professional. I take care of 4 different guys. I work like 54 hours a week is my main schedule before I hit overtime. My overtime hours, I love what I do. I'm in a very, very amazing, sometimes, amazing relationship. Sometimes I want to kill him. But yeah.
Okay.
What's about me?
All right. That's about it for okay.
There's a lot more, but
there's a lot more. I mean, you can feel free to talk more.
I could talk for a whole hour. I love to sew. I have a pink guitar, and I know like chords. I have a Cricut machine, and I know how to make napkins. And
yeah,
I have a cat. I have a kitty cat who's like my baby, and he's very spoiled. And his name is Lennox because I grew up on Lennox Avenue in Harlem. But yeah.
Okay. That's what's up, Dominique.
Yeah.
All right. So let me go ahead and get to like the the number 2 question. Okay. Let me see. What was your motivation for leaving New York City? For leaving New York. Do you feel things has gotten better for you since you left?
I'm a person before I couldn't stay still. It's surprising that I've been in Sacramento. 1 second. My love, I'm gonna need you to stop running the water. Thank you. I love to move around. Like I said, I've been New York, San Francisco. I have family here. My mom moved here. My brother moved here. So it just kind of was like, it made sense. I don't want to get sad. The main reason why I left, my aunt, who is like my mom, who basically taught me everything I know. I'm her legit twin. Like everything that woman is who I am. She passed away in 2016. And I kind of like lost myself. Yeah. And I was walling out. Like I was in a relationship. I wasn't being the nicest in that. I was just, being Dominique, but to the fullest, which isn't always the best, doing what I want, how I want, when I want, not really caring about a lot because I felt like I lost my mom. So then I decided to come, to California. I need to leave New York. There's a lot of things that you can do in New York, a lot of trouble to get into. I know a lot of people. I just needed a break. I needed to get away from the partying and the going out and the, a lot of things. So so I came here. And things have, I would say if I was in New York and she was still alive, things would have been better staying there. But because the route that I was going, because she was gone, it's better that I'm here. Like I say, I'm in a faithful relationship. I've been faithful for 3 years. It's probably the first time I've ever done that in my life. And I've always been in long-term relationships. So that's kind of bad. I'm back in school, back in college. Yeah, I want to be a nurse. I just took the fall semester off because with COVID, I'm not really good with the online thing. Like I need to be in person. I need to talk. Like I need to express myself. So I took a semester off, but I will be back in January. I will be moving on to the hard classes like biology and chemistry and all that stuff. So I'm getting my general science degree so that way I can apply to nursing school. Unless I get pregnant, knocked up and then I have a baby, then
Okay, then that's it.
Then then I'll be a YouTuber,
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, first and foremost, my condolences on that, right? And sometimes it is good to kind of to take that move and just kind of get away from it all. Now, with your nursing, right? Are you starting to become a what's it called, LVN?
So no, actually I wasn't gonna do register nursing. Because with LVN, if I'm correct, definitely correct me in the comments that if there's some nurses out there. But I think LVN takes about the same time, almost the same time as RN if you're getting your associates. I never knew that. So I figure if I'm gonna take the same amount of time, I might as well just go for RN and associates, and then I could do the bridge program for a couple of months and have my bachelor's. So.
Oh, okay.
Same.
Wait,
Huh?
So does it require to have a bachelor's to become an RN?
No. No.
Okay.
I just learned that because I've always wanted to I wanted to be a neonatologist growing up, and then nursing I had thought about, but I always thought I can't sit for 4 years and then another whatever to do nursing. I can't do it. I need to get to the job. I like to do things. I don't want to keep studying for years and years and years. And then I figured out that you can get your associates and then do nursing and then do the bridge program. So I decided I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Oh wow! Okay.
And then work and still go to school. That way I'm already doing it, and I'm not I get bored quick. So I get for 4 something years straight. That's too much.
Okay, we're gonna have to probably talk more about this after the show because we know a good brother named CJ Cowles who goes by the name the High Value Nurse. You met him before. He's a guy that wears the glasses, Man, I wish he was up in his chat right now, man, because he'll be fired up right now, just preaching his knowledge about nursing and all that. So
right. Listen, I feel like he only knows the what he saw in the other stream. I don't even think he knows that that's my goal, and that's what I'm about to do.
I don't even think so. But you know what? It's all good, man. We'll work something out. Chat. Anybody that knows CJ Cowles, the High Value Nurse, Kris, the Bloom, and Ebony, if you're in here, please pass the Knowledge and Relationships link to him and let him know that, hey, we need him to come up in the chat. But thank you so much about that part, Dominique. But I'm going to take a pause real quick because today is none other than my Aunt Joyce's birthday. So I want to wish her a happy birthday, Auntie Joyce. If you are watching this channel, Auntie Joyce, I'm just letting you know that we love you. And we just want to make sure that you guys are okay and, everybody's enjoying your birthday. So love you, Auntie, and take care.
Can I get her happy birthday?
Yeah, sure.
Another thing about me, I'm going to show you right now. So I want to say happy birthday, Auntie Joyce. So my dad is deaf.
Because you know sign language.
Yeah, so that's a special happy birthday to you.
Hey, thank you so much, Dominic. I appreciate you for saying that, All right. Oh, man. Good talent around. Good talent. Okay. This might be an obvious question, but we'll see. Just for the people in the chat, I'm going to ask you this number 3 question, Dominique. And the number 3 is, what are you most passionate about?
Um, that's why I do so many things. It's hard for me to. I get passionate about everything, but no.
Yeah.
One thing that I know has always stuck with me, and when I say like anything that I'm doing now, or like some things that I maybe have chose not to do in the past, I want to be a mom. Like that's my number one. And I know that sounds weird because I'm 28 and you would think I would already be a mom, but me even waiting, like that is my number one passion. Like I just want to be a mom. Like I want to be a mom. And of course, a wife. Like, well, I mean, I don't have to be a wife and be married, but of course, take care of the person who helped me make the child, But I just want to take care of my household. Like I want to, make the lunches and, like I said, do the costumes and the Halloween costumes and the PTA and school trips. And I just want to raise the best person in the world because I got a whole lot of knowledge. I just want to pass it on. I just want them to be like, yeah, Dominique did that. That came out of me. That's it.
Okay.
That's really my passion is to like raise the future leaders of the world.
Hey, well, that's what's up. Hey, that's why like your knowledge is always welcome to knowledge and relationships. And so before I begin, I must welcome to. Oh, okay. I was going to welcome to someone, but he disappeared for a minute, so it's all good. He's gonna come back. But let me see. Let me go to number 5 real quick, right? Okay. All right. Actually, okay, he's back. So, yeah, you keep disappearing. Okay, so the guest is popping in, but for some reason it's popping up. So we'll give it about a minute. We'll go to the number 4 question. Sorry, you can't see what I see, but I'm not tripping though. Just okay. So number 4 is, what is your biggest strength and your biggest weakness?
I would say my biggest strength is probably my personality and my willingness to stick to that. Like I can change. Like if I have kids and I need to do, not speak a certain way for them or things like that, I can change, but I'm very much who I am. And I think that's one of my biggest strengths. Like I think that's the reason why people love me, the reason why, I do what I do, the reason why I have the people around me that I have. Like I think if I wasn't who I was, yeah, things would be different. So I think that's my biggest strength. I would say my biggest weakness, I hate when they ask these questions at job interviews. Like, what if you don't have a weakness? No, I have a weakness. My biggest weakness? Probably the fact that I would say, I don't want to say my mental health is my biggest weakness. I think me getting to the point where I feel like I can do without the help is probably my biggest weakness. Like I love who I am. Oh, I love you, Matt. I love who I am. But I think that if I did more, like was more proactive within my mental health, like I have medication I should probably take that I don't take, I think that I could be better. So I think that's my weakness, not realizing that, yeah, I'm great, but I could be better if I would just,
Okay, got you. All right. So then Bloom and Ebony had 2 questions. She says, you mentioned in a part live stream that if you could give advice to your younger self, you would tell her to be open with your sexuality. Please correct me if I'm wrong.
That sounds like something I would say, but you might be a little wrong because I don't think that's what I would tell her. I think I would tell her to I think what I said was to be better in my relationships, like to be a better person because like I don't know, did I say that? I don't know, but I don't think I would tell her to be more open with her sexuality. I don't think I could be more open than I already am.
Okay.
Yeah, so that might be a little bit wrong, just because I don't think I could be more open with my sexuality than I already am. Maybe I could have been nicer and more open to. My pride could have been better when it comes to my sexuality. Maybe that's what I was talking about. My pride could have been better. Like dating women, like it was a pride thing for me. So I didn't like give. I just like love to receive. And I think that if I would have given more, I don't know, maybe I would have been married to a woman already. Like I didn't realize how much I really deeply, truly loved being with women until I got a little bit older. So maybe that's, yeah, maybe, yeah, kind of. But I was definitely open. I was definitely open. I just had a pride thing where I just want to receive and receive and receive and not give back.
Oh, okay. And in correction, she meant to say in a past live stream. So that makes sense. I thought she was talking about this live stream, but okay.
No, I know she meant past, but I don't know, man. I was trying to remember where I was coming from with that. I say a lot. So sometimes if I don't remember, I'll say I don't remember.
Okay. And she have another question as well too, but I gotta bring Mr.
Hall of Fame is dead. Mr. Best in the world. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Best in the world. You know what I mean? I'm here. I'm glad to be here. You know what I mean? Glad to make my introduction somewhat. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. On our stream, we like to be creative. You know what I'm saying? So I like to this to me is like I'm an artist, and this is like my canvas. You know what I'm saying? And I can just create and be creative and push everybody else to be creative. So yeah. Mr. Best in the world is here. You know what I'm saying? What's going on in 3? Wonderful. You know what I mean? Cool, magnificent Damo's up in here. Next to chill on the couch. I see you. Couch chilling. That couch is comfortable, man, for real.
Yes. You know it's a pull-out couch at that.
Oh wow.
And it's paisley.
Yeah, it's very feng shui. You got your feng shui going on right now. You know what I mean?
Yes. And then behind me is my kitchen. I have that little like open window thingy in my kitchen.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, let me say this real quick. You know, since I'm on, you know, Damo is just great, man. She's just great. She's cool, and she's very easy just to have a part of our team. You know, and I think when somebody's easy to work with, you know, just on all levels, but especially, you know, on the business level, that makes everything so much better. You know, as soon as I asked her to do certain things as far as the streams, you're like, I got it. It wasn't like, oh, you know, let me check my schedule. Oh, what does this mean? It was none of this. I didn't have to go through a whole bunch of explaining and, you know, convincing and none of that stuff. It was like, I got it. You know what I mean? Just off top, like, I got that. You know what I mean? What else? What else? You know, is there anything else? What's going on? That ain't nothing. I could do that easily. You know what I mean? So I was like, whoa, like, and that's what we've been looking. That's what I've been looking for, as far as just someone just to help us in doing different things with the stream. You know, for everybody who doesn't know, Damo is the co-network manager for Knowledge and Relationships. She is. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? She will be fulfilling a lot of more things, Knowledge and Relationships, because we got so much content and stuff to bring y'all. You know, me and M3 and you know, First Lady Tammy, DJ Eddie, our time is very, very minimal, you know, and we want to bring out fresh content, but we got to be able to bring out fresh content. So Damo, for her being a part of the team, it allows us to do that, you know, to the maximum. So thank you, Damo. You know what I mean? Gotta give you your flowers. You know what I mean? People already asked me for the link to get in here to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting messages already. So I always get heck of messages. I always get like 3, 4, 5 messages. Like I was just trying to straighten up and freshen up, and it was like phone call, message. I'm like, okay. So I'm glad to pass that on to you in a lot of ways. You know, you know, and Dom was gonna be doing a lot more stuff definitely starting next month. You know what I mean? Definitely next month she's gonna be a lot more active with a lot of y'all. You're gonna hear her voice. She's gonna be talking directly to y'all because she's gonna be direct. You know what I mean? She's gonna be nice, but she's gonna let you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So yeah. Yes. I mean,
okay.
Yes. Right, well, I want to say thank you as well, you know, for like wanting me to do that, like, you know, wanting me to do that and seeing that I could do that. And, you know, you're very clear on what you want. You're just like, hey, this is what I don't, this is what I can't do it. This is what I need. This is what, you know, is a problem for me. And then if I could do it, I'm gonna tell you. And if I can, you know, I'm gonna be honest about that too. So yeah, I think we just We just both kind of similar. Like,
Yeah.
like I can do it or I can't. And if I can, I'm gonna let you know. And what you want done, you just say it, and that's it.
Yeah, and that's the reason why I asked you to do certain things. And I definitely got to thank M3, man. To give me the flexibility to do certain things, and just having a love and passion for what we have. Like, we've been going hard since 3:00 Thursday, right? Yeah, like 3 p.m. Thursday. That's how
Well,
we've
been going hard like all week since.
Oh yeah. Oh,
since
my
Monday.
bad. Dang, I forgot.
Yeah, because remember this is our third interview this week because we had Cynthia, then we had Access Entertainment, and now it's with her. But even in between, we were still running our scheduled programs.
Yeah, and we were still networking and getting together with people. Man, that Cynthia interview for like a month ago, yo.
Like that was all in 1 week, man. So yeah. I gotta get to the chat real quick because the Blooming episodes. If you drop the link, I will ask the question. LOL. I only have so many letters in this chat. I get you. I'm gonna drop the link to you right now, Kris. Because she did have a part 2 to the question that she asked earlier, but I didn't get a chance to read it. The part 2 question was, do you want to teach this to your children as well? How important this is to you?
M3, I'm sending her the link right now. Okay.
So when it comes to sexuality, I think that's something that I'm not going to talk to my kids about straight away. Like I say, with most things, they're gonna see it outside. They're gonna come and they're gonna ask me about it, and I'm gonna be very honest. That's one thing. I'm never gonna let me not say I'm never gonna lie to my kids, because we have those little white. I know there's gonna be a white lie that needs to come up that I need to say. For the most part, very honest with my kids. I'm gonna always let them know from birth, from in the womb. I'm gonna talk to my kids and I'm gonna let them know they can always be themselves. But I think when it comes to sexuality, trans and lesbian and gay, I don't want to. If my kid is gay, they're gonna be gay. I don't need to talk to them about that. I wouldn't talk to my kid about being straight. I wouldn't say, hey, this is what being straight is, or So I wouldn't. I would just let it be. When they come to me and say, hey, mommy, I'm this, I'm that, or I'm not this, I'm not that. If they, decide, because my family's Jehovah's Witness, they don't believe in, the LGBT community, they don't believe in that because of the Bible, I'm going to tell them, have your beliefs, but respect other people, always be respectful. So I'm just going to let them be them. And that's one thing they're going to know. So they can always know to be them. And I think that's just going to transfer into whatever sexuality they choose. They're going to know, like, hey, I can be open to be me, because in every other aspect of life, my mother has always told me to be open and be me.
Okay. Before I get to the number 5 question, we have Kris, the Blooming Ebony.
Hi, Kris.
Hi.
Hey, Blooming Ebony. Welcome. Yes.
Thanks for letting me on. I just want to clarify. Can you guys hear me okay? Is there an echo?
No. You're pretty good.
Okay, cool. Sorry, Dom. When he read the first part, I was like, oh no, it sounds so bad. So let me give the context. So we did a stream. It was 2 streams ago. We were all asked, what advice would we give our younger selves? And we had talked a little bit about sexuality. And you said that you would tell yourself to be okay in your sexuality, accept your sexuality, and be more open in it, because it's something that you valued. And my question was, is this something that you would, because you're talking about how you want to be a mom and you want to pass on your knowledge to your children. My question was, is this something that's really important to you? And would you teach your children this as well, to accept their sexuality and be open in their sexuality? So that was the actual question. And then if the first part, if I interpreted what you said wrong, I wanted you to correct me and then answer the second question.
Right. No, you're okay. What I got confused with is we had a stream with the guys, and I think someone asked that too. So I think I was thinking of a whole nother stream. I wasn't thinking about the same stream as you.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I don't think that's what I said, but I was thinking about a whole nother stream. So yes, that definitely sounds like 95% probably said that. Even if I don't remember, I probably said that. I would say, yeah. So the same thing as what my answer was before. My openness you know, I messed with girls, but in a sense of, it was always, I said to myself, like, oh, I like girl, like, I don't care if a girl like goes down on me or, whatever, sexually, blah, 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 but I didn't do it back. Like, or I don't mind, like making out with girls, blah, blah, blah. But, it's just because I love people. It wasn't until like now that I'm like, oh no, you definitely are 100% bisexual. You can 100% be married to a man or a woman. So yeah, I think I was trying to like play it off because of my pride. Like, I just wanted to be like, yeah, I get whatever I want. And so I wish I would have been more open, because maybe I would have found a woman, because with men, it took me a long time for me to want to be like, my guy now, like I said, is the first time that I've been 100% faithful and loved it and love him and 100% and don't want anyone else and don't want to do anything else. But maybe I would have found a woman, because I'm definitely now, I've never cheated on that's a lie. I've never wanted to cheat on a woman. I mean, if I was more open, I probably would be in a long-term relationship already with a woman, maybe.
Let me ask a business question. Now, when you jumped on the stream, right? and you got tested by we tested you. You got tested. I tested you. You know what I mean? We all was testing you. You know what I'm saying? And you took over the stream and you held it down, which is another reason why I asked you to co-manage with me. Just walk me through that experience. Tell me how you felt. Tell me just your thought process, and just tell me just like, how was that moment? How did that feel for you when you just like took over the stream and you held it down for like almost like 3 hours, like straight. Like you just talked and like you were transparent, you were entertaining, you were funny. You know what I'm saying? Like we was like, yo, Damo got to be on here. We got to get on here.
So first I want to make sure, because you guys do this a lot, I want to make sure that I finished answering Chris's question. I think there was a part about
I'm sorry. I knew, my bad.
Did I finish?
I believe you. I think you said that you wouldn't talk to him about it too soon.
Yeah.
But I hopped onto the stream, so I probably missed the last part. But I think for the audience, at least you answered it, and I can rewatch this.
Yeah.
So you have to repeat yourself.
To recap.
Well, my number one, my apologies for that.
So let me just recap really quick for you, Kris, just because we're on the stream together. So I definitely want you to know my answer. I was saying just I wouldn't talk to them about it too soon. They're going to hear about it outside. I'm going to teach them to always be open from when they're in my womb. So when they do think about their sexuality, because I taught them that they can always come to me and to always be themselves. I think when they tell me that that's what they're feeling, then we'll talk about it, and they'll know already that they can be open with anything. So I'll do it that kind of way.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. This sounds beautiful. Thanks for answering.
Okay, Mr. Hall of Fame.
Mr. Best in the World. Mr. Best in the World.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Best in the World.
Yeah. Yet again, like I said, my bad for interrupting the question. My fault. Hopefully I didn't offend you. I didn't offend Kris, so my apologies for that.
Oh, if you offended me, I said that. Just because I say you did something doesn't mean I'm offended. I just wanted to make sure Kris got her question answered.
Yeah, you're all good. You're all good.
I'm just being respectful. I'm being respectful. Like I said, I'm a gentleman.
So everyone on the stream knows from now, if I feel away, I will definitely say it. So
we know that.
Yes. Some type of way about what you said. So for you.
When you took over the stream, right, to get to my question, my bad, you took over the stream, how did that moment feel for you? You took over the stream, you talked for like I said, almost 3 hours straight, you held it down, you know what I mean? You went, we put you through the fire, we put you through the lion's den, and you came out. M3 said stuff, I said stuff, everybody was saying stuff. You still showed out and still held your ground and took over the stream. You know what I'm saying? First Lady Tammy, she made comments, but she didn't really say nothing. We know Tammy, is more reserved. She's more cool. She got her shades on. She's chilling in the back. You know what I mean? She's observant. She says what she needs to say, and then she'll chill out. But yeah, DJ Eddie said something. So we all said some stuff, and you held it down, girl. How was that moment for you? How'd you feel?
So what's crazy is that I didn't even know that that's what I was doing until you called me. I had no idea, one, that I was taking it over. But also that's why everyone always says, oh, you take over everything. You take over the conversation. You take over the room. My mother's been saying that to me my whole life, but more in a negative kind of way. Like, oh, everywhere you go, you take over everything. And I'm like, I don't. if I feel something, I'm gonna say it. I don't know if you guys have seen, watching, if you've seen the women's stream, sometimes I am a little, hey boo. I am a little more, reserved. Also, I'm a little higher on the women's stream, but I'm also a little more like, reserved. It's just when I feel the need to speak up, I'm going to speak up. And if I feel that you're still saying something that I don't agree with, then I'm going to keep telling you that I don't agree. Yeah, and that's just about it. So it didn't feel any different from my normal life. Like I said, me and my brother and my boyfriend literally just debated with me on the same side against me for like a whole hour. And I mean, of course, I got mad at the end, but that's them. But I still, kept going. I don't care. I'm telling you this. I'm telling you this. I'm telling you, so it's just, it's what I'm used to. Like everywhere I go, like I speak my mind. I know when to, of course, be reserved. Like if I'm not gonna be at church telling the old lady like my whole, opinion, but like I know I don't know. I just was being me, so it didn't feel any different. And I was at work, so I was bored. So I wasn't. I was at work. But my phone kept dying, and I was getting mad because I felt like every time I went to finish something, my phone kept dying, and then I would come back and y'all talking about something else, and I'm like, I didn't get my point across. So I'm not going nowhere until I finish getting my point across.
Yeah, you came right back. Literally, like you go for a few minutes, and you just jump right back on. It was crazy.
Yeah, because my phone kept dying because I was getting so heated. I kept forgetting that my phone wasn't plugged in. And my phone's always dying. Everything's always dying around me because I hate charging things. But I feel like why do I have to charge it and pay for the phone? Like, that's annoying. But yeah, so I felt like it was fun. And I was at work and I have 3 hours to do nothing. My clients were asleep. So and I'm just glad that you guys respected that, because I know sometimes people, they're like, oh brother, she's always got to say her opinion. So thanks for respecting it. I don't know why you expected me to stop. That's just that. Also, when I say that, let me plug in my laptop because I don't know why I thought it was plugged. Oh, it's just sitting here unplugged.
Gotcha.
There we go. Okay, I'm back.
Okay. We have another comment from Luann. Yeah. Luann says, "That's right. This woman is beyond amazing." Hey. And hey, Queen Kris. So she says, "Hey to Bloomer Ebony." She says, "That was beyond amazing." We're gonna see if we can get Luann up in here. I'm gonna see what I can do.
I love Luann. Just so I know, I love Luann. So yeah, so that's it. I just wanted to say that.
Okay. So so we have Queen Forever 2K21, right? Let me see if she's here. Look, Queen 2021. Can you hear me?
Yes. What's up?
What's up, Queen 2K21? How you doing?
I'm all right.
All right, that's good. That's good. You have any questions? Anything you want to say to Dominique?
What do I want to say? Let me think. I do want to ask you, what's one of the biggest things you miss about not being on the East Coast?
I would say, the social life and the food. The social life and the food. Like I just want, I want to be able to be like, I don't know. I want to just walk down the street and meet someone at the corner store. Like, I don't want to have to get I just want to be social again. Like, just stand outside in front of the building and sit on the stoop with my neighbors and
Yeah. I understand.
Yeah. And the food. Like, I just want curry goat, baked macaroni and cheese, and at 3 a.m. and $1 slice of pizza when I come from the club. Like, after I bought drinks, I just want $1 slice of pizza.
That's it. I want a knish. I just want a knish.
Oh yeah.
With mustard. That's all I want. Y'all don't understand. You gotta go back and have the experience.
Yes, and I miss the transportation. That too. That comes all with the social life. Like being able to just hop up and go, and I miss that. Just being able to move around more freely.
Yeah. Let me read these comments. Grizzly Bear Production says, what is up? What it do, y'all?
Shout out to her. Yeah.
And Luann Love says, what makes you so happy-go-lucky?
Marijuana. I was smoking since I was 15, and I wasn't this happy before then. knew the answer to that question.
Well, maybe you could probably answer this question. This number 5 one. Look, okay, Dominique. Now, besides myself, okay, who do you admire the most and why?
You know what? You are so admirable. It's so hard to find someone besides you. Let's see. The person I would say I admire the most, who? Now, I would, after my aunt passing away, I would say my grandmother.
Okay.
My Nana, my grandmother passed away as well. My Nana, because she definitely, it's a clear difference. She's the diva. My Nana.
Yeah.
Can I say why? You asked why, right?
Yeah, explain.
Oh,
yeah.
Why? So, my grandmother. I love her. My Nana. She's Jehovah's Witness, or whatever. I don't care. She didn't be mad and put her business out in the streets, but I don't care. So she wasn't always Jehovah's Witness. Like her family grew up Jehovah's Witness. Like my great grandpa and great grandma, they were raised Jehovah's Witness. But like Diane's definitely had her moments where like she's moved to Germany, and my mom was almost born in Germany, and like she used to smoke cigarettes and model, and so I just admire her because she did all of that, and then. Like now she's like the pillar of like the Kingdom Hall, and she like hosts all the people's baby showers and weddings, and she's like the Beyonce. I call her and my grandpa the Beyonce and Jay-Z of the Jehovah's Witness community. So yeah, I just admire that she's just her. Sometimes we go out and she's like that drink isn't strong enough, and then her skirt is never above her ankles. Like so it's I just love how she can go back and forth. I love how she can just go through everything she went through, like, not being able to have any more kids and like just still be this strong woman. My grandmother is unapologetically her. She's going to say what she wants. She's going to say how she feels. I think most of the women in my family like that, but like, she's a diva. She's with her Louis Vuitton bag and her MAC lipstick and her watchtowers to knock on your door and talk about Jehovah. Like, I just love that she's not this one box, like them being Jehovah's Witness, people would think that I couldn't live with them. I've lived with them twice. And that is with me being, bisexual, with me smoking weed, with me, drinking, with a lot of things that, most Jehovah's Witness grandparents wouldn't allow you to live with them if you did those things, and we can have conversations about like marijuana, and she won't agree with me, but we can have those debates and we can have those conversations, and she can still say, I am, a pioneer woman of Jehovah's Witness, but I can also realize that things like psychedelic mushrooms are something that Jehovah put on this earth to open and expand our minds. But now that people abuse it, it's something that we can't do. Like she can just be so open about everything and still be so like strict with her religion. Like she's strict with her religion, but she's still her. Like, I don't know.
She still thinks out of the box. Still have room for that.
I just love everything about her. Like, yeah. In my phone, her name is my princess, and then it has the princess lady. She calls herself Princess Di. She's a diva. She needs to get it together. But yeah.
Okay. Grizzly Bear, he came late to the stream, but I mean, you already answered in the beginning, but you want to know what do you do as a career, so you can feel free.
So okay, let me stop saying caregiver because my job gets mad when you say that. I'm a direct support professional, so I do in-home care. So my clients, they live in their home, but I, do food shopping with them, and activities and doctor's appointments, medication, meal plans, all types of stuff. Basically, just really if you had your own kid. I basically have 4 kids a week. That's what I do. I raise 4 kids a week who are grown, and they deal with like mental disorders, not so much health disorders, things like diabetes and things like that, but more like schizophrenia and a lot. They deal with a lot, and they come from families where they might have been homeless before, or their parents might have beat them. I have a client that I worked with, and he was locked in a room, and so he acts as he's a dog. Like he lives his life like that because he was locked in a room with dogs before he came to our company or whatever. So yeah, so that's what I do. I make people's lives better. People help them do things like. I took my guys to the bar where the girls wear the short tops and the really short shorts because all they do is talk about women. So like, I just give them life, give them, whatever. That's what I do. Oh, and I'm in school because I want to be a nurse. There we go.
She's studying trying to become an RN, y'all. So,
All right.
All right. Let's get to this number 6 question. When have you gone through your hardest times? What brought you out of it?
I would say when my grandmother passed away. Oh, okay. So a few things that I went through when I was younger, and I think that what got me out of them is realizing that I don't have to. I went through stuff, and I can say that I went through stuff, and I can say that it affected me, and that's okay. Like, I just being okay with what I went through when I was younger, just being myself, learning to be myself, and learning to just, there's nothing wrong with me. It's not my fault, and that's what got me out of that. When my grandmother passed away, I was a little suicidal when my grandmother passed away. What got me out of that, I think, is I never really I don't think I ever really got out of it, but I just got better. Like, I learned to live without her just by, going to school, like just making sure to do the things that I know she wanted me to do. And then when my aunt died, I got out of it. I moved here and I went through some things for 2 years, and then I got back into school, got back into doing things, went back to work. And yeah, I just have to stay busy. That's how I get out of things. I got to stay busy. But with my mental health, I could always fall back quick. So I'm never fully out of anything. But yeah, I find ways to work around it, work it out, surround myself with like my siblings, things like that. Just keep myself busy, keep my mind off of it.
Okay, we do have a comment from Luann. She says, "You are the everything. It takes a special person."
Thank you. I hope so. I just try my best. I love what I do. I really, really love what I do. Thank you, Luann.
And also Caprice, who is the Blooming Ebony's cousin. She says, "Hi everyone." So, and how you doing, Caprice? Thank you for watching and tuning in. Feel free to give us a like to help build the algorithm up. So, ladies down in the bottom, right? Queen and Kris the Blooming Ebony. You guys have any questions?
Let's see.
Sorry, I don't have it yet. Sorry,
I love you.
No problem.
So my uncle is actually the one who just commented and said, "I love you, Damo." He knows everything. Like, we lived in the house with my aunt together. Like, that's like my mom. That's like that is his sister or whatever. So yeah, that's you see that last name? It's a thing.
Okay. Well, Mr. Robbie Robertson, thank you for tuning in to support your niece. She is also part of the Knowledge and Relationships YouTube channel experience. And you will see her more often, especially the Ladies Night live streams. I want to go ahead and highlight this real quick.
And I would say the one who just commented, to be 100% honest, he is a lot of what keeps me going, because it's really only us two left. Like, a lot of our people on our side of the family passed away, so really it's only us two. So literally, like, that's who I lived with right after she passed, and that's what like kept me from jumping off a building. So yeah, we lived together right before I moved here for a few years.
Yeah. Okay. Well, definitely. Like, that's mad respect and much love.
Right, much love.
Have family to put you up. Put you back up.
Yeah.
For the ones who's watching, like, if you guys are new to Knowledge and Relationships, like YouTube live stream, thank you again for tuning into our live streams. Please like us on our YouTube channel. Every like helps build the algorithm up, so then that way other people will be able to have a higher chance to find our videos on YouTube. Feel free to donate if you guys wish to donate to help the life of the stream. It's also under the descriptions as well. And most importantly, please, if you guys want to see Dominique a little bit more, feel free to subscribe to Knowledge and Relationships. All it takes is just one click away to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much. And so, what question? Where are we at right now? Let me take a look real quick. Oh yeah, question number 7. I think this is going to be a good one. So, question number 7: What accomplishments are you most proud of?
I don't know. I do a lot, so I'm proud of a lot. Like everything that I do, I'm pretty much proud of. The proud, I would say. That's a hard question. I don't know why I can't answer that. Oh, I do know. Getting back into school. Boom. Getting back into school, okay, and getting A's. That's my greatest accomplishment, because when it comes to me in school, like I'm not a person who can sit still, stay quiet. I went to college preparatory school from 6th to 11th grade, and it wasn't until I went to I forgot what they call a school, like a satellite school, and they let me listen to my headphones, and I would listen to what is it, Master P. She working with some Jamashan, whatever that is.
That's juvenile.
That's what I used to listen to and take my test. And I would like do everything. When I started smoking weed, like I would sit there and do all of my homework. But when you're in high school, everything is like, it's you can't just do it the way you want to do it, especially when you live in a house with parents who want you to do things a certain way. Like you can't, it's hard. Please, people, let your kids learn the way that they need to learn. Let them do their homework. They need to listen to music to get through their freaking homework. Please let them do it, because you are stopping them from maybe getting A's, maybe being great. Maybe you're not inside their body. Please, as long as they're doing their work and they're getting A's and they're doing it correctly, whichever way makes them happy, let them do it. Now that that's done, PSA, I would say getting back into school, because it took me a while. It took me like 4 or 5 years when I decided I wanted to go to school for nursing after I left fashion school to even actually go back to school. Like it took me really moving here to really get back. So yeah, that's what my greatest accomplishment is. I keep enrolling, and now I'm actually doing it. So that works.
Okay. Best in the world. You have any questions for Dominique?
So as you were transitioning from being in New York to being in California, how was that process for you? Not being around family, not being around certain eateries, you know what I mean, certain environments, you know what I mean? Having to talk really almost a different type of English. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, how was that transition for you?
Easy, because I'm always moving. It's like the third time that I left New York. So
oh wow.
It wasn't hard. And then I have family over here, and then I've been to Sacramento more than once. When I lived in San Francisco, I would come and visit my mom on the Greyhound all the time, every time like a weekend or a school break. So yeah, it wasn't hard. I mean, I adapt to new things quick. Like I love doing a lot. So like it's hard for me to like not be okay someplace or not to like it or love it. Like my mom, she always says, I hate Sacramento. I'm like, I don't hate it. I mean, there's things that I wish I had from New York, but I made it what I needed it to be. And so that's what it is. And so, yeah, I don't think it was hard. Food was a little hard, but luckily I know how to cook. So I do cook. I just cooked curry chicken long ago, like 2 Sundays ago. Curry chicken and potatoes and carrots and all that stuff. So everything that I want, I can make. Even Indian food, I can make. The Chinese food that I want, I can make. Like wow. Yeah. So it's not hard. It's just.
M3, why are you always making all this good food and we don't never get none of this food in 3? What's going on in 3? Why we don't never get none of this food?
Because they're selfish, man.
You know.
Yo, Domo,
maybe you stop rolling us on Saturdays. You get a plate.
Do you have a side pocket of duck sauce? Because you can't find duck sauce out here.
Yeah. Oh my God. Do you know how many bottles of duck sauce I've bought? Like duck sauce I've bought and have gone in the garbage because like trying to go to the Asian markets.
No, you can't.
I've given up. I've given up on duck sauce.
Can't do it.
Like that. Like that's it. I can't have duck sauce. That's just.
Order Sbarro hot dogs with the red onion. Oh man. Anyway, sorry.
Sbarros in general. Can I just go into the little tiny mall in the Bronx and have Sbarros and Taco Bell and go see a movie?
Oh wow!
On 161.
They do sell the red onions in the grocery stores out there. Last time I bought some the last time, but the last time I went to New York, I didn't go. But next time when I go, I'm stocking up.
Yes, bring me some, please. Just put me in your suitcase and take me with you to New York. But then you can't let me run free. You gotta like keep me and don't let me like. I could go see my uncle, but not for too long because when I get around him, like that's like literally my twin, like my world. We get crazy. So just like let me out a little bit and then like keep me in the house and then bring me back.
I'll take you on walks.
In New York, it's over.
I'll take you on walks and I'll bring you back.
They gonna keep you in no cage like no animal. Like, come on now.
Listen, just let me out a little bit. I just need to go visit New York, see my but I get around him and we get crazy. So
wow.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get to like the number 8 question, Dom. All right, number 8 is what surprises people the most about you? Why is it a surprise?
That's a good one.
Ooh, I know.
Thank you, Jesse Taylor, for subscribing.
Oh, he had no choice. So that's my brother. He lives with me. I'm like, what's he gonna do? So no. I would say the thing that surprises people me. Oh, I know exactly. Everyone always thinks that they have me figured out. Like everyone always thinks that I have just this one side. Like either she's this way, or she's that way, or no, bruh, I got like mad different sides. Like just pick a situation and you'll see. So yeah, I think that's what it is. People are always surprised, like, she's so free spirited and she wears see-through tops, but then they'll see me at the Kingdom Hall with my grandmother and like an appropriate outfit. Like, wait, I didn't even think she like went to the Kingdom Hall. Yeah, I like going to the memorial. Mind your business. So I think that people just always think they have me figured out and they don't know what they're talking about. Like, she's loud and blah blah blah, and then wait, she want to go to school to be a nurse. Wait, she's a caregiver. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think people that's what surprises people about me is they always think they have me figured out, and I don't have myself figured out. It's listen, I go up and down. One day I may be happy about something, and the next day I may not like it. So,
Yeah, so there's more to it than just you being loud.
Right. Also, some people think I'm so quiet and nice. Like some people, like I met people at work before that were like, "Don't let people do this to you, and don't let people say," because they have only seen me for like 2 seconds coming in and out, and I'm like, "Hey, hi, hello," and they think I'm this like bubbly, like walk all over person, and then I'm like, "Who are you talking to?"
No.
They're like, "Wait, where did that voice come? Like what just happened? Like what?" I've never seen it. Not Dom. Dom doesn't yell. No way she told you to shut up. Yeah, I did. Nope. But you didn't see that because you never put me to a point where I need to tell you to shut up. So therefore, I respect you a little more than I respect them. Like it's just, it depends on, I treat everyone accordingly. So, what I might allow someone to say, I might not allow you to say because you might be coming at me and the other person might be my friend just making a joke. Nope. So yeah, you can't figure me out. Like what you see is what you get, but to a certain extent, like just because I'm wild and free doesn't mean that just because I talk and I tell a lot of my business doesn't mean that I tell a lot of my business. Like you just don't try to figure me out. Like just what you see is what you get, and that's it.
Okay. Christine says, supporter fam. Dom, did you do a beautiful style? No, you did a beautiful style with your braids. Talented.
Oh, thank you. Yay. No, I didn't. I'm dreading because I need to finish them and I really don't feel like finishing them because I'm looking at the screen and I'm like, no one even knows that my braids aren't finished. Maybe I should just go outside like this, but I'm not.
Wait, you said your braids not finished?
No, this whole section here is not braided.
Wow.
I didn't know that one. See,
it's the braider's secret, the illusion of the crown. You braid around, you pull it in a ponytail, and you will never know. I did that. I used to do that all the time in college to the point where 3 months later, when I went to go take it down, I'm like, I never braided that.
Yeah.
Yes. If I don't get to that middle point, I'm probably going to be in a bun for like 2 weeks. My braids never last that long either. Like I take them out after like 2 weeks because I get bored. They never last.
I do, and then I realize how long it takes me, and I look at my hands, and then I say my hands hurt still, so then I leave them in.
I need to get like that.
All right.
So most people don't know Damo is really nice. You know what I'm saying? She is nice. You know what I mean? She just don't play around, but she's very nice.
I guess.
I'm nice.
Damo's very nice. She's
No,
very,
she's
very nice. She just because somebody likes to be expressive doesn't mean they're not nice. I hate that society puts that on people that just because you're expressive and you like to express yourself that you're not nice.
I'm only like, people who deserve it.
Yeah. You know, I just think sometimes people want you to put up with their bull crap, and
It's
because you
not
don't put up with their bull crap, they say you're not nice. It's like, nah.
At work, it's either, oh my God, I love Damo, blah, 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 blah. Whether you think I'm nice or you think I'm mean, you either love me or you hate me. Like, there's no middle ground with people.
Dang.
It's usually it's a black and white. It's usually I love her or it's, and the people that don't like me is because, once again, what are you doing? Get yourself together and please get out of my face. Because that's how I talk sometimes. Like, you know, get it together, please back up. You know, like, you annoy me. But sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm nicer about it. It just depends. It depends on the person. It depends on how you're coming at me. It depends on the situation. If it's a business thing, of course, I'm a talk a certain way. If it's not business, you can get a certain thing. If it's a live stream where, you know, we're talking to, you know, to people's grandparents and stuff, you're going to get, you know, I'm not going to be as, you know, like you got to learn when to like not get crazy.
Yeah.
I feel
Damo is a big bowl of sunshine, and sometimes when the sun shine bright, you know what I'm saying?
You get burned.
Yeah, a little bit.
Right.
You're too close to the sun, you get burned.
That's right.
All right, so we get on to the number 9 question, right? Number 9 is, it's popping up. Okay, hold on. The magic fingers like Tammy, right? Okay. What was the best advice you were ever given? How did you apply it to your own life?
Having given a lot of really, really, really good advice, especially by my aunt and my grandmother. I would say the best. I don't know if it's advice, but in a way, it turned out to be advice for me. But I think the best thing that I was told from my grandmother and my aunt is everyone's not going to like you, no matter what you do. You could be the perfect person in the world. Everyone's not going to like you. You could be the worst person in the world, and thousands of people may love you. And also, you can't be everybody. And that's not like just fighting or anything like that. I mean, that's what she was talking about. But, you know, that's not just fighting. It's just like you can't be everyone, you know? So you just got to do what you need to do for you and what you feel is right and what you think is right. And also, if you are going to do something, this is probably the best. If you're going to do something, right? And this is what I just said, had a conversation with my brother and my boyfriend about. If you're going to do something, you be prepared for the consequences. If you want to sit here and you want to be the baddest girl in school, be prepared for someone to try you. If you want to sit there and you want to be, you know, you want to challenge your, you know, supervisors, or you want to stick up for someone at work, be prepared that you might get fired. Like anything you do, be prepared for the consequences. And when the consequences come, accept them and move on. And accept that you did that wasn't the right decision, and do something different next time. Don't dwell on it. Keep it moving.
Okay.
Keep it moving, but that was my little ad-lib. But yeah, that was her best advice. Like, no matter what you do, just remember there's gonna be consequences. So just be ready. Be ready for the consequences.
All right. Let's see. So chat. So the streamer is now open for anyone to join in to participate. Feel free to ask Queen Dom any questions, chat about anything that you would like to chat with her. So just let you know, it's out in the open. You can only join in with using YouTube. It is. Let's get to the number 10 question. Man, this question is going by fast, but it's good though. Number 10 is, what are you most opinionated about and why?
Everything.
Why is that even a question? I have an opinion on everything, okay? I feel like I don't care. I don't care if you don't speak up. Like, don't lie and act like you don't have an opinion on everything. Like, everyone has an opinion on everything, whether you say it or not, whether you're loud about it or not. Like let's just be honest. We all have an opinion on everything. So I'm opinionated about everything. But I would say I'm most opinionated about children, and how you treat people that can't do things for themselves, like the disabled and children and elderly people. Like, I'm most opinionated about that. Like, a lot of people do a lot of things to children that just it doesn't make any sense. So yeah, I have a whole lot of opinions on children and how people treat children, and I have a whole lot of opinions on people at my job and how caregivers and DSP workers treat their people. And I got a whole lot of opinions on sexuality. Like, do you, boo, you want to date guys that used to be girls, and that's what you do. So yeah, I got a whole lot of opinions. Give me a question. Give me a topic.
Okay.
Topic, I'll give you an opinion on it. I'll give you an opinion on it.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Number 11 said, what do you like the most about the women's stream?
Ooh, what do I like most about the women's stream?
You could say, like, I like it when, like, Mario and the best in the world and DJ Eddie, when we be trolling y'all sometime, like, you can mention that part.
I love how y'all think we care about your comments. That I love that part. That's like all these things to say. Like, we asked you, like, you belong in the stream.
That's what I like about that. I'm like the box. I like the verbally box, and I love the verbally box. I love that. That's what the debate team and all. I love the verbally box.
Even knowing damn well it's a losing battle, but hey,
definitely a losing battle. You're not gonna win.
Yeah.
I'm Floyd Mayweather out here.
See, what surprises people about me? They always trying to underestimate me. I'm just saying, but no,
you can shoot, but I got the Megatron gun. You can shoot, but I hold the big gun, and when I shoot, it ain't no surviving. I shoot the best.
If you say so.
Oh no, I know so.
No, I need a sound effect. I feel like the sound effects, like, it's not matching. Okay,
the sound effects not matching.
I need like a
perfect to me
sound effects.
Nope.
Hey, I got this one on.
The hated. Oh, see, we got to question 11 before this started. I thought this was going to start at question 5. We got all the way to question 11. That was great. No, what I love about the women's stream is I don't know. I love how, like, well, I've only been on you guys' stream once. I love our topics. I'm sorry. I love our topics. I love the way we handle our topics. I love the way we handle no, because I think if it wasn't all women, I wouldn't want us to be the same way. Like, the way we handle each other, I wouldn't want it to be the same way. I want us to be more like, But yeah, I just love the way our stream flows, and, like, I love the way Tammy, like, switches it around with picking the people. I just love the flow, the flow of our stream. That's the best part.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Kris the Bloom and Ebony had to go. Work is getting to her. But, if she has any other questions, she'll definitely join in back again to ask. But shout outs to her for tuning in to that. Let's see. Oh, Queen, do you have any other questions?
Let me think.
We need that Jeopardy music.
Do you feel like
say a drum roll?
Do you ever feel like your bluntness or sometimes it can come up, you can have a controversial stance on things. Do you ever feel like it's too much, or do you ever feel like you can offend people, or do you just not care?
I would say when it comes to being offensive, I definitely care if I'm offending someone. There's very few moments where I don't care about being offensive. But if that's a hard thing, because I'm never trying to be offensive. But if what I say I feel is true, then it's true. But if you're saying that the way I came off was offensive, that wasn't intention. But what I said is what I said.
Okay.
But I didn't mean to be offensive. I would say my bluntness. Yeah, I would say my bluntness definitely. Like, listen, some people like it and some people do not. I think it can come off sometimes as controversial, but I mean, I can't change how I feel. Like that's just it. I can't change how I feel. But like I said before, I do know when to like, all right, I'm gonna just let you have your opinion and I'm gonna just let this conversation end. Like I do know how to do that. Situations, I think it doesn't call for that. Certain situations it calls for me to just keep, going and stating my opinion and things like that. But I can hold back. Like for example, like I said, if I'm at the Kingdom Hall, which they have a whole lot of opinions in there, but it's been I wanted to just say exactly how I felt, but I had to think about the respect of my grandparents, so I do know how to and when to like not be so blunt. For example, when it comes to my clients, like I'm not as blunt with them at all. I would never be, because what they deal with, if I was talking to someone who is severely depressed or anxiety or things like, I wouldn't be as blunt, because that's harming them a whole lot more. But everybody else, I say this, I have tolerance for children. I have tolerance for the elderly, the disabled, everybody else in the middle. I don't have tolerance for it because what real reason do you have to be a douchebag? None. So yeah.
Okay.
I just want to say, call it out, scream it out, check it, correct it, exit, circle it, dot it, cross the line, do what you got to do all the time. Bring it.
But you also still, if I want to be a nurse, I can't go into the hospital, just like
no, I'm not talking about the hospital. I know how to act at work.
Right.
But when I clock out, I clocked out. So
it's my time now. What you do?
Yeah, when I clock out, I'm clocked out.
That's it.
Okay, let me ask a bit. We got 2 more business questions for you. Then we're gonna get into the relationship topics. We gotta ask you.
Right, I like these questions you saw. This is one of the questions I was expecting. Go ahead.
Yeah, we come with it. So the next question, business wise, we got is when I asked you to. Matter of fact, I'll say mine for last. Matter of fact, let's go to the common question that Kris had. M3.
All right. So she says, "Are there any future ladies' night topics that you are really excited about? If any, why?"
I feel like everyone knows if you were on the meeting, you know this answer. I love your questions, Kris. The topic that I'm most excited about, I'm excited to talk about holistic. Well, I don't know if I should say the topic names, but where I'm excited to talk about more about like medication that isn't from the doctor, as self-medication or things that might grow, from the ground. I'm excited. I'm excited to talk about sexuality because since we are a women's stream and I'm very into like my sexuality, like, I want us to talk about like, what makes you feel sexy, what, brings out that in you, what, is, what bubble bath do you use? Like, I'm ready to talk about that kind of stuff. And I am ready to talk about mental health. I don't know. I'm ready to talk about mental health, but I'm not, because I know when we talk about it, if I am going to be on the stream, I need to be transparent. And I don't know if I'm ready to share every single thing just because, I don't know. When it comes to mental health, it's a little bit different. I don't like to always share every part of me, but I'm excited for the topic. I'm not sure if I'm excited to share, even though I will.
Okay.
You can always make it a third person. Don't necessarily, or make it a scenario that's similar. You don't necessarily have to divulge all of who you are, especially, not being comfortable with it or something that you may be dealing with, something that may trigger you later on, so just keep it in mind,
Right.
It can be similar, or you can just, I share a lot, but I share a lot in the views of how my mother was. I mean, one, because she's no longer here, and I definitely believe that she was the most amazing woman in the world. But I also share situations that can be similar to something I've went through, or something someone I know has went through, but not necessarily so in depth with me, unless we're talking off the grid, personal. You know what I mean? So
right. Yeah, I think when it comes to me is I do want to share my diagnosis just because like everyone has been so open and I am an open person. But that's not something that I want people to question me about. Like I don't want certain questions because I'm gonna get, that's something that I do get upset about when people say certain things when it comes to mental health, especially ignorant things. That's something that I can't get with. So I just don't want to have to get into a mode that I don't want to be in on the stream, like I don't want to have to respond in a way that's too out of character, because when it comes to that, it's people don't know how to act with certain things.
Well, I think people can just be ignorant and insensitive.
Well,
and I think for the mental health, I'm trying to get like a therapist or a psychologist to come on to talk.
Great.
Because it is it's a touchy, sensitive topic. And I think people look at it through the lens of, oh, if you do that, then you're just this or you're that. And that's not true. Like everybody who falls, if me and you fall the same way, you might pop back up, but it may take me a little while to get back up. Doesn't mean I'm weaker than you. It just means that the fall affected me differently. And I don't think people talk through or listen through that lens. It's just like, oh, well, I went through that. And, no, not everybody's strong. Not everybody is able to mentally. Some people have a psychotic break and they're never able to really gain from that. Even, you think about women who struggle with postpartum depression. You have this baby inside of you for 9 months that you've wanted and you love, and then you can't even be around the baby. You're trying to kill the baby. Like, that's a serious issue. And it's not that person's weak. It's something clicked and they need help. That's all.
Right.
So
yeah. I like the way you described it just now, because that's also my biggest thing. I think that when people see mental health, like for example, if you say, I don't know, I have schizophrenia, right? I have clients that have schizophrenia that you would never know, and then there's some people who cannot live or do certain things because of it. So it's like, I don't want people to act like, I don't want to talk about my diagnosis because mental health is so crazy. Like I have to watch what I say, because it's like when you talk about Black people, whenever I talk about Black people and I'm talking to someone who's not Black, I have to kind of watch how I say it, because this person isn't a part of it. So they're taking it away, and then they're going back and they're now treating other people a certain way because of what I said, because they don't understand, because they're not going through it. So I don't want to say something about my diagnosis that triggers back bad on someone else who's watching the stream, or someone else who maybe has a family member who's like, oh, well, this girl is like this and like that, and she's about to help out with network and blah blah blah, but she deals with this, so why aren't you at home doing this? Look at the girl on the TV. I don't want to be that girl. I don't want to be the girl that you show to see how she can get through it. Oh, she's not taking her med. I don't want to be that girl. So that's what also keeps me from not wanting to share so much, because I don't want to be the girl that you use to tell someone else in your household, well, she's got this and she's doing all that, so I don't want to be that girl.
Yeah, well, that's when the education comes in and going, just because I'm able to do that, not everybody's able to do that. I remember I went to a training and this woman came and spoke, and looking at her, you would never know that she had mental health issues. And she said that she took her meds religiously, and she was an electrician. I think she was schizophrenia or bipolar, can't remember which one. But she said that she had her manic break not because she wasn't taking medication, but because, she was smoking weed with one of her roommates. And just because one person can do it, that don't mean another person can do it. And she was on the board and for like mental health, whatever. I mean, she's doing great things, and she spoke, and she said she goes to different programs and she talks to the clients or the people and tell them, like, take your meds, or like, for her, that's what helped her. Some people go the holistic route, that helps them. And it's just figuring out what helps you. but it's also, saying just because I'm in this box or in this lane, that everyone who has this diagnosis or similar symptoms can't ride this lane or be on this bus. This bus is not for them. They should be on that bus or in that lane. So I think it's also figuring out what lane. And I think to me, that's the most disheartening thing about the mental health field is still so much
to learn
and figure out. And it's almost like a Russian roulette with medication. Some work for some people, some don't. And, and it's unfortunate because, but when you do find something that works, since the hardest thing is telling someone, hey, keep taking your meds. That's why you feel better. Because 9 times out of 10, the first thing they say is, oh, I feel good now. I don't have to take it. But they don't equate that taking the meds is what helps them feel good. Right. It's what stabilizes them. And some people just like being erratic. Like I've heard, oh, I don't want to take meds because I want to be off the wall and do this. I enjoy that part of me. And I'm like, but that part of you may end up killing you one day. Like, so it's hard. It's hard watching it because you're just, you're with someone supporting them, but you pretty much have your hands tied behind your back.
Let me say this. Mm-hmm. Because I know we got to move forward because we got a few more questions and we got to get to the relationship stuff.
Well, actually, we just have one final question, but go ahead.
Yeah, and M3, you can piggyback off of this if you want. And this is not just for you, Dom, but this is for anybody on Large Relationships. We want everybody to have the freedom to express themselves and speak about anything. You have to, and we will not let anybody disrespect you or anyone else on our platform. You know what I mean? I definitely will agree to that. I know M3 will agree to that. And if you feel like someone is being disrespectful, you have all the rights in the world to check them any way you need to. Let them know. You know what I mean? So,
right.
M3, if you had anything to say about that, go ahead.
Sure.
And then we'll get to the last. We'll get to the last 2 business questions. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. No, actually, there's only one business question, but
I got a question. That's why.
Oh, okay, yeah. So Dominique, right? Here's the thing. You are not responsible for people's ignorance. So here in Knowledge and Relationships, it is by your choice and your liberty if you wish to disclose whatever you want to disclose. Now, I'm not going to press it and say, oh, you should disclose this, and that. You don't have to if you don't want to. But
right.
I'm just letting you know that whenever you decide that you want to share anything, don't worry about what people are looking at you as. If they're like, oh, well, why this person who has this mental issue can do this and then my kid can't do that? Well, you need to find a way to work around with your kid or the person that you're with. This person, we're nobody's role models. Okay. Now I know there's people that could look up to us and adopt us as role models, but we're here for entertainment and we're also here to help people out too. But one thing we don't do, we're not going to censor out whatever we feel, to accommodate anybody else's feelings. So that's just us, but you're more welcome to share whatever you want to share. And if you don't, hey, it is absolutely okay and we understand. So I'm going to get to the number 12 question, and then after that, then I'll lead off to Hall of Fame, and then we can start asking, relationship questions off the cuff.
Best in the world. Hall of Fame don't exist. Best in the world. Go ahead.
Oh, best in the world. Dang. Okay, we gotta get used to that because you changed it in the last second, but it's okay. Best in the world. Dang, I can't even do it like the Hall of Fame no more.
Yeah, I think the Hall of Fame sounds better. Like it's a better.
He had to leave, y'all. He had to go. Best in the world here. He had to go, y'all. He had to go. Yeah. I'm gonna be a lot. There's so many different things that I'm gonna do on the stream that it's gonna be crazy. Yeah, creativity. What's the 12th question? Go ahead, M3.
All right. So number 12 is, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Ooh, can I picture the whole day, give you a day scenario? Okay, so in the next 5 years, I picture myself waking up at 4:30, 5 in the morning, right? And if I'm not breastfeeding at that time, I will be smoking a bowl of marijuana and then make lunch and breakfast for my kids and my lovely, lovely, amazing. He should be my husband by then, yeah. Because if we have kids, then we'll get married. Yeah, so he should be my husband by then in the next 5 years if we have kids by then. And getting my kids ready for school and dropping them off at school and ironing my boyfriend's clothes and his underwear for work and going to go do yoga and smoke a bowl once everyone's out the house, smoke another bowl and go do yoga and then go and do whatever else I need to do for the house for the day. If that means making costumes or, checking on my kids' YouTube channels or, I plan to be a social media momager, and
okay.
Yeah.
So what is that? The combination of mom and being a manager?
Yes.
Okay, momager.
Yeah.
The best in the world. Do you mind if I answer this question for? Sorry, not answer, but
No. Go ahead. Yeah. Master Doug, definitely. Put his question up there.
Yeah. So Master Doug has his very first serious question. Which is surprising, but how do you find motivation? And salute to you, Master Doug.
Salute to Master Doug.
Let's see. Finding motivation isn't the hard thing for me. It's the keeping the motivation. It's not hard for me to find motivation. Like I said, I like most things. I like trying most things. I like, doing most things. I like, in order for me to stay motivated, it has to be something that really takes up my time. Like, for example, what I'm about to do with, help with the stream. I know that's going to take a lot of my time. I need to be busy. Like, I don't like doing things. I don't stay motivated if it's kind of like here and there. Like, oh, one day you have to do something. Then 3 weeks later, though, you might do something. I need it to be like consistent. That's what keeps me motivated. Consistency. What motivates me to get up out the bed and move on with my day. I mentioned my mental health before. I just smoke weed and get in the shower and that gets me moving. Really gets me moving. Weed really does get me moving because I can't stay still and I can't focus and I can't just like. So I smoke all day. Like I take edibles. Just so I can like be on a normal level. It doesn't even make me like sleepy or anything. It just makes me normal. So yeah, to stay motivated and become motivated, I just need to smoke a blunt and I'll do anything that you ask me to do. Pretty much. But it's true. Like I will sit there and write a whole 3-page essay. My boyfriend, he's in school and he was in English, and English is not his first language. And I was writing a lot of his essays for him, and I would smoke a blunt and I would bust out his whole essay 1, 2, 3, and it would be amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. But if I don't smoke, it might take me like 3 hours to write the essay.
Well, yeah.
Smoke weed every day.
So the moral today, answer to number 12. Oh man, let me get
one big thing. I don't do anything that I don't like. I do things I don't like to do. Like, of course, I have to go to work. But I don't do things that I don't like to do. As long as it's something that I want to do and I like to do, I will be motivated. I don't do things I don't like to do because then I won't be motivated. Like, that's how I work. If I'm doing something that I don't really like to do, I'm gonna get it done. But there's gonna be no motivation for that.
Okay.
Yeah, but if I like it, I'm motivated. You're gonna have it done 1, 2, 3.
So Mr. Best in the world, when you want to when you and Dom do your networking together, you always got to make sure you check and ask her, hey, have you smoked your blunt today? I just want to be sure.
Oh, wow.
You should be very productive.
You don't got to ask at the end.
Wow.
Okay, I don't smoke blunts. I smoke out of a bowl and I use a nectar collector because blunts are tobacco. I use a bowl and a nectar collector. And the nectar collector literally, I used to be on the train and just with the bowl, you just dip it and you real quick, and that's it. When I just dip the nectar collector, take a quick pull, and keep it moving. No smell, no nothing. You don't gotta ask.
Okay.
Now, it's a part of my life. It's not something that I have to stop and make time for. Like, it's just a part of my life.
No problem. So yeah, Damo. Okay, so my question is, when I ask you to co-network manager and to co-network manage with me, you know, how did you feel about that, and what are your thoughts about that?
I was excited because I've been wanting to get back into like social media networking and doing all that stuff and like meeting people, especially with COVID. Like I've just been in the house, so I'm excited. Like I'm excited to do that. I was excited that you asked me. Oh wait, oh okay. I was a little surprised. Like oh okay. I mean, I could do it, so I mean, it made sense. But I also was just surprised. Like oh, I just joined. But yeah, no, thank you.
Definitely. Thank you. Okay, so on to the relationship topic. All right, now let's get into it. Let's get it. Now, I always ask this question,
Yeah.
to the women, and oh boy, do they have a lot to say. All right. Oh, she already covering the face. She already covering the face. Okay. What do you think about a woman having to be submissive to a man in a relationship? What do you think?
We're gonna have another 3-hour chat about this.
Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
Yes, I have a little bit of a different opinion because I talked to my boyfriend. Remember, I told you guys he's from Africa, so he does have that traditional sense inside of him. And so we were talking about it, and he was like, "One day, what you have to understand is that you are very different from a lot of women." He said, "It's just you just I don't even know what to say. Like you're just different." He was like, "But so we were talking about submissive, and this is how I feel. What I was saying is, for me." What I was thinking when you guys were saying submissive, because when I hear it from, like I said, from any woman who's older than me that has said it or talked about it, or when I've seen it online and seen guys talk about it, it's always like, if you don't like what your man is doing, right? You don't really speak up because he's the man. Like you just let him do him and you just kind of like follow and like it was kind of in that kind of sense and kind of a sense of like, yeah, you go to work, but you're still supposed to cook and clean and do this and do that because you're the woman, so that's being submissive. Like, if your man says, don't go here, even if like there's no like true reason behind it, he's your man. So just trust him and don't go there. Like, I'm not down with that. I'm not down with that. So yeah, so it's that's what I think. I think that, and me and him, we talked about it. I said, babe, if you're working and doing all that, you don't have to ask me to cook and clean and stuff because I'm going to be home raising the kids. That's what I'm going to do. So we don't have to have these conversations. If you're saying like, hey, babe, we're out, and we're with your friends and you tell me something, I'm not going to blow up right there because we are in front of your friends and it's a respect thing. No one needs to know everything in our relationship, but it's not because you're the man and I have to respect the man. If you were a woman, I would do the same thing. If you were my brother, I would do the same thing. We don't need to be blowing up on each other in front of people. Like, so it doesn't need to be a submissive thing. Like, it's just respect your partner. They'll respect you. If I'm feeling some type of way, I'm going to tell you how I feel. If you're doing something I don't like, or if I, want to do something and you don't agree with it, but you don't have like a concrete, it's not going to hurt me. I'm going to think first before I just say, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm still a human person. There are going to be things that you don't want me to do. There's going to be things I don't want you to do, but we can't stop each other you can't just stop me from everything. You don't control me, so when it comes to submissive, that's how I feel about it. Now, when he talked, we were talking about African men, and he said, for example, his uncle and his uncle's wife, she's a nurse, and she's still going to school. And he, works or whatever, and he does her homework for her, because she asks him to, not because she can't, but because he's the man. So that's that, if he tells her don't go somewhere, she won't go. But also he does her homework. But also when she pulls up into the complex, she does not park her car. He comes out and parks her car for her. So it's like, oh, now I get it. Now that makes sense. But in the way that we talk about it here in America and what I see, that doesn't make sense. I feel like if I have an opinion, I should be able to let you know. That same thing if you had kids. If they have an opinion, it shouldn't be, I'm just going to do this because my mother said so. No, you should be able to speak and say, hey, mommy, this is how I feel. Same thing no. And if submissive means that, I don't agree with it. If submissive means, respecting your man, yeah. But if I have an opinion, I'm going to say it. If I feel like I want to go somewhere and it's not harming me or anything like that, and you just, sometimes people, we're imperfect. Sometimes you're telling me not to do something and you don't have a reason. You're an imperfect person, So I can't just blindly listen to every single thing you tell me to do. No.
And what you think about this, M3? What you think about this?
She said like a lot of things. So I'll start with this one, right? Okay. Now, I agree as far as like the cooperation part, right? Like, let's say, for instance, like he tell her to do something, well, tell her to do something or don't do something, she's listening to her man. Now, maybe he's giving her a reason why, but no matter what, she has a listening ear. Now, he's also giving her love because, like, he's helping her out, with homework or things to do, or just even doing nice gestures, like, hey, let me park the car for you.
No. With that couple, no, she does. There's no opinions. They're very traditional. She doesn't really have, and if she just lets him make all the like whatever he says, that's it. That's what it is. Like,
you told me that was the same couple where if the wife parks her car, the husband will park his lunch, right?
Follow that that's the only way that I understand that submissive type of relationship. But here we don't do that. Here you telling your wife to listen to you, but you're not going outside to get her car every time she comes home to go and park it. So that's what I mean. As in now, when I see it their way, I can understand the submissiveness. Because it's really a back and forth type of thing. But here, I don't know. I just don't see men. Maybe what I see, not in my personal relationships. Let me say that, not my personal relationships, but I've seen in other relationships. It's just like, or when I see women or wives do that submissive thing, it's always like, you can't tell him like no, like you don't agree. Just tell me you don't agree. Like my stepmom does it with my dad, and it's just like, girl, tell him you don't agree. You're not even married. Like he doesn't even live here, but because he's the father of your children, you feel like everything he says you have to do. Oh well, your dad said no. What do you mean, girl? You a single woman. Like so, yeah. So maybe that's where it comes from. Like I just my dad, man. I love my dad, but my stepmoms they submissive, and I don't like it. So maybe.
Hold on. Wait, hold on. Let me get to this comment real quick because I know this guy. This is Amari Striker, right? Amari.
Shout out to him. Shout out to Amari.
Yeah. You can listen, but it don't mean you have to do what they say. And they said, LL, he doesn't live here, right? So, Mr. Best of the World, I think you remember Amari. Amari is like, was a part of the Belmont gaming crew.
Okay.
Yeah. Amari, if you wish, right, to give your opinions, and you wish to be a part of the panel to join in, here is
come on down.
Feel free to express your opinion. I would definitely like to hear more from you. But okay. So yeah, so in his case, he's saying like you can listen, but you don't have to do what he's telling you to do.
Right.
Hold on, no. It don't work that way. It don't work that way. Look. It don't work that way. It don't work that way. It don't work that way. Let me say. Look. If I'm giving you 100% and using my money and resources, listen, woman, you're going to listen to what I got to tell you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to have a belligerent woman talking back, give me back talk, neck popping and all that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. I'm not doing that. Listen.
So I'm not belligerent. Let me tell you that. I'm not belligerent.
Okay, but listen. If I say, listen, we're not doing that, you know what I mean? And I mean what I say. I mean what I say. My no mean no. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta really explain, especially if I'm because I'm the type of person where I'm gonna give you 100%. You know what I mean? I'm a do all the romantic stuff and take care of you and make sure that you cool and all that. I'm gonna do all that off top. I don't mind doing that stuff. You know what I mean? So if I'm doing all the stuff and I'm giving you 100, how could you not sit back and then not allow me to lead? Like, nah, that's not gonna rock.
So this is how I feel about that 100%. Okay, so you're saying your 100% is you being romantic, you providing, like paying the bills and stuff. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, but also listen, with me providing and paying the bills and stuff, we also got to be reasonable too. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing. I
just want to know.
Let me finish. Both partners are going to do the best that they can, right? Mm-hmm. So let's say at the moment you can't work, right? For some reason you can't work. It could be kids, it could be whatever issues you have, and you can't work, right? So at that moment you cannot work. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now I will step up and take over the finances and do what I got to do, right? Because you can't work. Now let's say it comes to a point where I can't work. And you got to step up and take over. You know what I mean? Is this your man? Hey, what's up, bro? What's goody?
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, how you doing?
Finally.
Hey, hold on, let's highlight them real quick.
Yeah.
How you guys doing?
Hey. Hold on, can we get the brother's name? Can we get the brother's name? Brother, what's your name, brother?
Alali.
Ali. Great to meet you, brother. It's a pleasure and honor to meet you.
Everyone calls you Ali.
Yeah, Ali, whatever. Ali.
Yeah. hey, welcome.
Hey, I'm in the middle of something, guys.
He just wants to say hi. He's going, what are you doing? Watching the game?
No, yeah, watching the game, and we.
Oh, he's with my brother doing trading with my brother.
No,
They
Ali,
Like
thank you for jumping on, man. We appreciate you. You know what I mean? Thank you so much.
For sure. We definitely have to get you to the show, man, because we definitely want to ask you guys questions, for sure.
Yes. Him and my brother, when they get on my nerves, because when they get in this little trading thing, it's like I don't exist. And they'll be in there for hours, and I'll just be like by myself.
You said trading that don't exist. What are you talking about trading? Look.
No, they act like I don't exist when they're trading. Like it's like
because it's money, Dominique.
They conduct business, girl.
Okay, when it comes to money, you guys are in the back burner. All right, you want to make money. Which one to eat? You want chicken on the table, or you want some salad?
Word. Okay. You want hamburger helper, or you want filet mignon? You want hamburger helper, or do you want filet mignon?
Because he wants chicken and salad.
Oh boy, Domo. Yes, like I'm saying.
Let me stop before you come back here at me. No, let me stop.
Like I was saying, if I'm, you know what I mean, there's gonna be times where one of us ain't able to work, or one of us ain't able to do something, or one of us is going through something, whatever, and the other person hold each other down. All right, that's gonna happen. But when it comes to me, you know what I'm saying, really giving my all, you know what I'm saying, I expect the same. You know what I'm saying. And don't be surprised if you're not giving your all. Don't expect me to give 100 if you're not gonna give 100. Like that's just not realistic. I'm only human. You know what I'm saying?
Let me answer to that.
Wait, let me finish. So that I don't become bitter and I don't become hateful to the person. I'm gonna lower how much I do because I don't want to begin to hate you. Because I know if I keep giving and giving and giving, and it's not on the same chord, I'm gonna become hateful and resentful. That's just a natural feeling. You know what I mean? It's like if your parents do that to you. You may love your parents, but you're going to become hateful and resentful if they keep treating you a certain way. So, yeah.
So what I have to say to that is this is how I feel. I'm confused where the listening to you comes in, right? Because, for example...
because I'm the man. I'm the man.
Okay, so that's the thing. So when you mention, you're let's say providing and being romantic and stuff, while you're providing and being romantic, you're providing money and I'm providing everything else. So it's like where does money mean more than cooking and cleaning and ironing and making sure you get to work on time and, doing all of those things? When does making money make me have make that better than me?
No. Leadership doesn't mean that I'm better than you. You got it all wrong.
Right. So I maybe better than me. That's not the word that I meant to use. But when does it mean that if you're providing money, right, and I'm providing a lifestyle, right? So that means for example, my boyfriend wants to look for a job. I'm the one who's going online looking for the applications, filling them out. So if I'm doing all of that and I'm providing a lifestyle for you, and you're providing the money for the lifestyle, then you listen to me and I also listen to you. It's a back and forth. There are things that I'm going to say that you should listen to, and there are things that you say that I should listen to. There are things that I, may not need to listen to, and you may just be saying because you're an imperfect human, and you just feel like I don't think you should be doing that because I said so. And there's going to be some things where I feel that way, and you're going to be like, no. And that's so for me, that is give and take. That is an equal 100% relationship. So that's where the listening part, I don't get I got to listen to everything you say.
Because here's the thing. If I'm a man, I'm supposed to lead. Then it comes the trust of you listening to me. Now, here's the thing. I always say a man should never listen to a woman ever unless it's his mother, his auntie, or somebody older in his family, or like his grandmother or something. You know what I mean? Rather, they should never listen to him. Because why? Because women are emotional. They're not going to think logically. You know what I mean? They're going to think emotionally. And that's okay for y'all to think emotionally because that's what gives you guys the nurturing from the nature when it comes to children. You know what I mean? We can't provide a nurturing feminine nature. That's not what we do. You know what I mean? We don't produce that. We don't produce all the nurturing qualities that a woman produce, whether it's being a nurturer realistically, whether it's a breast milk, all that. We don't produce none of that stuff. That ain't coming from a man. That's coming from y'all. You know what I'm saying? And in that way, that's the role that y'all do. Y'all the nurturers. Y'all the, you know, yes, the man holds the house together in his leadership, but the woman is a person that's supporting that leadership and making sure that everybody feels loved, supported, and motivates them, you know what I mean, to that different level. You know what I mean? The man guides them, the woman motivates. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it's gotta be. You know what I mean? And the thing is you gotta trust that man who's guiding you, you know what I mean, he's guiding you and he's being directed by something higher. I say God. A lot of people believe in different things. It is what it is. Non-relationship, we don't discriminate. But you know, that man, if he's believing in something positive and he's focused and he's intentional, then definitely you should listen to him. Most definitely. Because he's showing you that he deserves that love and respect. Now, if he show you he don't deserve that love and respect, definitely don't listen to that clown. Get him out of here. Don't even be in a relationship with him. I would say Danny, don't even be his friend. You know what I mean? Because he serves you no purpose. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I say you should listen to him.
Yeah, I would say I can't I wouldn't be able to do that because I wouldn't be able to I just wouldn't be able to do that because here's the thing, when you say words like, maybe I'm taking it the wrong way, but when you say words like guiding, like it confuses me because when you say guiding, I feel like a child and he's my parent. Like where is he guiding me to? Like, is he helping me with my career? Cool. Am I helping with him? I'm probably helping him as well. You know, so it's like we're guiding each other. I don't see it as him guiding me because there's some things that he doesn't know that I know. And there's some things that, you know, I know that he doesn't know. So I can't ever fully just let him guide me. And I don't think that he should want me to, because he should want me to, you know, help him out with the things. I don't think any man knows, no man knows everything, you know? And I think that, I just think it should be equal. Like it should be equal. And I think that if he's providing the money, then you should be, you know, taking care of the household and doing everything like that. If you guys both decide to work, then you both should be taking care of the household. I think that if you respect each other, most things you will listen to each other about. But I think that you should have the chance to say when it does come to something, maybe you never have something that you don't agree with, but when you do, any human being should have the right to say to anybody. And that means, like I say, again, I will never tell my kids that they have to listen to everything I say because I'm the leader of the house of, you know, them, because I'm their mom. Even listening to their dad, no. Everyone in this world should have a way to say, hey, that one thing I don't think I agree with, so I'm not going to follow that. And someone should respect it. Like I can never tell my kids to be that way. And I think that I have to be an example for my kids. And I think every human being should have the right to say, hey, you know, I trust you in everything. But maybe this one thing I just don't agree with because we have two different views, because we're two different people, because maybe I see something that you don't see.
Well, see, here's the thing. It's bigger than money. See, you missed the other part that I was saying. Bigger than money. It's also, you know what I mean, when life and death situations happen, you want that man to step up. You want that man to be a man. You know what I'm saying? So in that, if you want to be a man, then you can't just use the resource of him being a man and not listen to him. You know what I'm saying? And I have him be that leader and director and guide you. It's just a trust element. Yes, you are his helper. Yes, he does need you to be his helper. That's most definitely. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know, the woman needs to trust that that she is his lady, and she does mean a lot. You know what I mean? She does. You know what I mean? But also in that, because of that, she also trusts that he's leading her and making sure that things are right in the household. I think a lot of times women have a hard time being submissive and letting a man lead because they've been hurt, or because
I don't have that
okay.
issue. Yeah.
No, okay. I'm not saying you do. I'm not saying you do. I said a lot of times women do. I didn't say you specifically. I said a lot of times, you know, women have a hard time letting a man lead because they've been hurt and they've been scarred. I didn't say you were. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? It's bigger than money. You know what I mean? If you want that man to do that and to step into that role, you know what I'm saying, then yeah, you gotta listen to him. Because if something's happened within a house that's a life and death situation, Sometimes you need your man to say, "Look, baby, go sit down. I got this. Listen, I'm gonna go take care of that. You do that." You know what I mean? You need him to direct you and guide you in certain situations, and you'll feel protected and loved based on that. Because let me tell you something. No female want to step in the place of being a man and have to do all that. They don't want to do that. No female wants to do that. They don't want to. You know what I mean? And they shouldn't have to.
How do you guys feel about? Well, hold on, real quick, right? So Marion says, "I don't believe in gender roles. Every relationship is different, right?" Amari, can you elaborate that a little bit more? Like, why do you not believe that? Why do you not believe in gender roles? And people in the panel, what you guys feel about that?
So while Mari answers, I'll answer real quick. I don't believe in gender roles. I believe if one person is doing one thing, then the other person, like I said, they're stay-at-home dads. So if I want it to be the strong, hard work, like, I don't know, not strong because every woman is strong, but if I wanted to be if I want to be the businesswoman, like completely about business, 100%, and my man wants to stay home with the kids, then guess what? I would be providing the money. He would be providing the lifestyle. So yeah, I don't believe in gender roles either. I think it's just, if one is providing something, then you need to be matching up to what they're providing.
Okay, well then I have a follow-up question about that, right?
Oh, let me say this in three.
Wait, hold on, because this matches what you just said, right? So you said stay-at-home dads, right? So are you okay, right? If you was in a situation where, okay, if you ever become a parent, right, a mom, and then your boyfriend, husband, or however you want to call him, becomes a stay-at-home dad, and you're successful, are you okay with it?
I think it would. One, that would never happen with us because he couldn't be a stay-at-home dad, and I could.
But you mentioned stay-at-home dad, right? If one is providing more.
There are I'm not saying that that's what I would do. I'm saying that there are people that they have those relationships. So I don't believe in gender roles because of that. But it would depend. Like if my man had to stay, all of a sudden he couldn't work because I don't know, he got into a car accident and was on disability for a while or whatever, or he got sick or something like that. Then yeah, I chose to love him in sickness and in health. So I am going to be there. But if he chose to just, now I don't want to work and all that, I'm sorry. There's a type of mother that I want to be the nurturer, the whatever, not because I'm a woman. Maybe that's why I feel that way, but not because I think that I should do it because I'm a woman, but I want to do it because that's just what I choose to do. My Nana went to work. She my grandfather gave her an allowance, but she loved to go to work. I love something different. So I think that if he just decided he didn't want to work anymore just because, then no, because who you decided to have children with and what lifestyle that I wanted. Now, if something happened and he had no choice but to stop working, then of course I'm going to step up and do that because sickness and in health, whether we're married or not, on paper, sickness and in health because we choose to be with each other forever.
Okay, but earlier, right, in this live stream, you said, right, that, okay, you will hope, when you was talking about babies, right, you said that, okay, I would like to have a baby, right, so I could stay at home and my husband could work, right?
Oh, I think that's the way you're saying it is a little bit out of context.
It's a little bit out of context now, right? But that's exactly what you said.
No, that's not what. No. I'm saying I want to be a mom. I said the most passionate thing I want to be a mom. So I am ready to have a baby and I'm ready to stop taking care of other people, stop, going to work for other people. And I'm ready to be at home and take care of my baby and breastfeed and make food and make baby clothes and start a baby YouTube. And that's why I want to be stay home. Not just so I can stay home and my man could go to work and I don't have to work. No. But
see, what you described, right, is part of gender roles. Because the thing is, unfortunately, well, actually, I don't know.
But not you have to do it that way.
Wait, hold on, right? Because your husband, we can't pop out any kids, and thank God for that, right? It's your job to do that stuff, right? But the thing is, right, the point is, okay, you're willing to be a stay-at-home mom once you have your child so you could nurture, breastfeed, do all the motherly roles, right? That's what I meant. That's where I'm coming from, right? Okay, so the point is, right?
Hey.
You are doing gender roles, whether if you don't agree or not. Because in that you said you don't believe in gender roles, right? But however, once you become a mother, right, you are a part of a gender role. Because as a mother, you have to, you're doing the nurturing part. You're taking care of your child, right? The husband's going out to work. And you said, right, if your husband decides, it's a decision, just like you make a decision. When you make a decision to say, hey, when I have a kid, I'm going to stay at home to take care of the kid, to nurture him or her, to breastfeed, all the stuff, right? To make sure we're able to work as a team to raise them up. That's part of the gender role. See, it would be backwards if the man is like staying at home, but however, no, actually, I got a better one, right? I got a better one for you, Dominique, right? So, say for instance, because you say if you want to tolerate it, if your husband just decides, well, I just want to stay home just because, right? Okay, let me hit you with this one. So you just have let's pretend, right? We're gonna go through the scenarios, and also shout outs to Rampage 6, shout outs to Cali Cutie,
Yeah.
shout outs to Colin Mitchell.
Colin Mitchell, yeah, Cali Q,
Yeah.
Colin Mitchell, everybody, yeah.
You know, shout outs to everybody in this chat. Feel free to, like, if you're new to the chat, please feel free to subscribe to Knowledge and Relationships on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up to help build the algorithm up.
Yeah.
And continue to share the videos. Okay, so my point is, Dominique, right? So in this scenario, right, in a perfect world, the woman you have a child, right? And so you and your husband is working together to raise the child up. You know, like, it's a 50-50 thing, right? A partnership, right? Am I right? You know, in a perfect world, okay? So you guys,
perfect world.
okay, well, whatever, right? So you guys are making a deal. You give birth to a child, but now you have like your career, like your RN. So you're making a ton of money, a whole ton of money, right? But someone has to stay at home to take care of the child. So your husband agrees that he's going to be a stay-at-home dad, probably until the child's like at the age of, I don't know, 4 or 5 or whatever, and you go out there and you work.
Okay, so this is what I'm saying. You asked if I believe in gender roles. Believing in gender roles, at least this is what I think it is. Maybe I'm answering the question wrong. When you believe in gender roles, you believe that women should do certain things because they're a woman, right? And men should do certain things because they're a man, right? So if that's what, I don't believe in that. Now,
that's fine, yeah.
Right. So me wanting to stay at home, which let's also keep saying cook and clean, but I'm also going to be doing a YouTube channel. Okay, I'm just be sitting home and do a YouTube channel for my kids and all that.
Like I said, your husband's going to cook. He's going to clean for you. He's going to take care of the child.
Okay, I'm gonna be bringing in a little bit of money. I'm not gonna just let him, I'm bringing a little some. It's 2021. Like, we need a little bit more money. Okay, so I'm gonna.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't believe that I'm doing it because I'm a woman. I believe that that's what I decided I like to do, and that's who I am as a person. Now, if I was a different person, then I would be a different person. If I saw a couple and the man was a stay-at-home dad and the woman went to work, I would be like, oh, okay, that's just what they decide to do. I don't think that, so I don't believe in gender roles. Whether I would love to take care of kids, I've always loved kids. I'm the oldest of 9. So that might be the reason why I want to be a mom so much, because that's what I've been doing most of my life. So, but I don't believe that I'm doing it, that because I'm a woman, I have to be the one to take care of the kid. I don't believe that, because some women are not nurturing. I don't know if you know that, but there are a lot of mothers that aren't nurturing. There are a lot of dads that are too nurturing. Like what you guys would explain, I guess.
So that was my point of the question that I'm asking you, Dominique.
Yeah, right? I don't believe in gender roles. No.
I don't. No, I get it. No, you made it clear that you don't believe in gender roles, but you believe in 50-50 partnership, right?
Yes.
So now I'm reversing that, right? And I'm saying to you, right, if it was the other way around, you give birth to your child, you go out there, you make that bread, you make that money rain, honey. Okay? But your husband is going to be a stay-at-home dad because he's more nurturing than you. Okay,
That's not going to happen.
Why you say that's not going to happen?
Because he's, first of all, he is what? He'll be 30. He's 36. Okay.
What about the age?
Huh?
What about it?
All I'm saying is it's going to be very hard for him to just flip and be this whole totally, completely different person. He's not making lunches at 6. He don't even want to get up early to go to work. He's not going to just turn. It's not going to happen. Okay. Now, if it was to happen, then that's like, for example, if let's say I'm bisexual, right? And we're together and I decided to be with him. But if I decided I couldn't only be with a man, then he has the right to leave me because that's what the relationship that I entered into was, just being with him. Well, I mean, we don't have that agreement, but if we had that agreement, that's what it would be, right? If I say to him, listen, if I say to him, this is the kind of woman that I want to be, like, for example, if he just came down the stairs just now and was like, you know what, babe? I can't, you got to stop smoking weed. I can't be with you no more. I don't want to be with a woman who smokes weed. Guess what? Then we would break up. You know why? Because you already knew who I was. You were with someone who you knew smokes weed. So if you're with a woman who you know wants to be that you know.
Dominique, you was trying your best to derail from this question.
I'm not.
You are. Wait, hold on, Dominique. Hold on. Let me read the chat. Hold on. Let me read the chat real quick. Hold on. Pause.
I'm not letting him say
I gotta get to Mr. Best. I gotta get to Mr. Best in the world. Let me read the comments real quick because
go ahead.
You got the chat routed up now. Okay, so hold on. Let me read this, and then Mr. Hall Fame, I'm gonna get to you, right? And Mr. Hall Fame, you understand what I'm saying, right? I just want to make sure.
Mr. Best in the world.
I'm sorry, Mr. Best in the world. I'm gonna get it right next time. You know. Okay, so let me go down to the comments, right, where we was talking about. When we started with Rampage, right? He was like, Queen, my girl, right? You know, shout outs to Queen. The Cali cutie. You know, good evening, good stuff. Colin Mitchell says, I like hearing this perception.
Yeah.
Let's see. Kashin says, good evening, Cali, with a smiley face. Kashin says, welcome back, Colin Mitchell. Welcome, Rampage. Thank you for being here. She doesn't know they coexist. But I got some good effing news, my people. Queen gonna be so happy.
Colin, feel free to jump on in. Drop that link again. Drop that link again when you can.
Yeah. I don't know, because Queen's never easily impressed, though. So we'll see, right? Now, Amari says, as long as it's 50-50, doesn't matter who does 50, right? You know, that was the whole point. But let me see. Kris, the blooming ebony, right?
Mm-hmm.
She says, when some women say, wait, matter of fact, hold on. Let me go ahead and play this real quick, right? I got some better. All right. Okay. When some women take care of on financial side of 50-50, they become unhappy and resentful. Eventually, they want to have kids and stay at home. Okay. So Kashin with all the laughing emojis. Amari says, I mean, everybody want to stay at home. Work sucks, right?
Word. That's true, Amari.
Shout out to the people who hate work, right? Let's see. Colin Mitchell said, I actually agree with her, but that's definitely a conversation to have before having a kid.
Right. And we've had that conversation. So even
hold on, Queen.
Hold on.
I'm still reading his comments. Y'all gonna wait. Okay. Kris the Blue ever says, stay home, care for the home. Okay. Kashin says, Amari, have you ever thought that 50-50 relationships are unfair? And then Amari says, who are they unfair to? Kashin says, I mean, that sounds good, but, and then Mr. Hall, Mr. Hall of Fame, you know, known as, you know, best in the world, the best of the world. Okay, feel free to jump on the stream as we interview with this phenomenal and controversial Queen Domo. That's right.
Everybody jump on. Shout out to Hall of Fame.
Yeah. And then Kris, you said shout out to Hall of Fame?
Yeah, shout out to Hall of Fame.
Oh,
shout out to Hall of Fame, right? Hall of Fame. I'm going to miss that guy.
Yeah, shout out to Hall of Fame.
And then, hold on, I got to play again, right? Do you have an open relationship? I'm not sure if I heard that properly. That's interesting. Yeah, Colin Mitchell said, are you supposed to make sacrifice for each other?
Thank you. Let me answer Chris's question. So, Kris, no, I'm not. I'm not in an open relationship. But if I find, a woman that I find attractive, and my guy said, as long as I talk to him about it, then, we could talk about, me possibly, having an extra friend. That's it. Because he knows I love women still. So.
Wow.
Where I could just go and start making out with girls at the bar. No.
Remember, Dominique said he did meet her when she was friendly. She did say that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she said that now.
Just saying. I think you've seen me kiss a girl at the bar before. Like,
my God.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, some white girl, she's like, oh, you're so cute. I was like, okay.
All right, for sure.
COVID now, so nobody got that. It's COVID, and all my dreams are shattered. That's it. That's all I got to say. But no, it's not a relationship. I can't just, do whatever. Yeah, and he can't go do whatever because he don't go meet no girl unless she's cute.
What?
Oh, wow.
So
Wow.
Domo, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you said that if he asks you to stop doing something that you do, you'll just go, well, you met me like this. But isn't that what compromise in relationship is? Like, would you not be okay with if you wanted him to change something? Hey, honey, I don't think you should be doing that. And you talked about it. He gave you reasons why. Would you just stay so adamant about, no, this is me and you can't change me? Or would you be willing to compromise?
Oh, I would be willing to compromise. It depends on what it is. When it comes to marijuana, that's something that greatly helps me in my everyday life. And I think he's seen it. He's seen me be up for 3 days straight and go to work and not sleep, not smoke. So for you to tell me that, I got to think about myself first still. And I'm 28 and, I don't think that he's a great man, but there are many great men out there and great women. So I think that if you're going to tell me to stop something that and you've seen the difference when I don't have it and the difference in effect and my mental health, all of that, then I'm going to be you don't care about me. But if you want to tell me, like, for example, I used to make margaritas 2 times a day. Now I drink like wine, but I used to bartend. So he knows that I love to drink, but I've changed it, like now I drink wine. Now I drink like, the little spritzer thingies. Like, so I've definitely made a change, but so no, I can definitely change. It's just there's certain things that I'm not. That's why I say people try to figure me out sometimes, and I'm like, no, just that one thing. That's it. I'm not changing that. But other things we can work and talk about.
Okay, hold on, ladies, hold on. Everybody, we just dropped the link again. So, Colin, everybody, please come on through. Know what I mean? Everybody in the chat, come on through if you want. Damo's here. She will talk about literally anything.
No, not anything.
Everything.
I said literally anything. Literally anything.
Don't get cursed out. Don't get crazy.
Hold on, don't. Hey, relax. Don't flip your hand, all that. Relax. You see the New York coming out of her already? Know what I'm saying? See this? We dropped the link, y'all. Come on through.
Yo, we already have a guest, but hold on. Before I do that, right? Let me see. Oh, sure. Okay, hold on.
Else.
Wait, hold on, Queen. I gotta read these last two real quick. All right. Here comes the Bloom Ebony voice. Colin Metro, to the extent your sacrifice comes to independence, but you can make certain sacrifices to make the relationship work. And each other better off. And then Colin says to the Bloom Ebony, agreed. Okay. Queen, go ahead and say something, make it short, because I'm about to bring our guest in here.
Who, Colin?
Yep.
No, I'm good. I already said what I had to say to her.
Okay, we got Colin Mitchell here, y'all.
Hey.
Yo, Colin. Hey, where my sound horn at?
Hey, Queen.
What's up?
Fuck that bitch.
Yeah.
I need a little more backstory because
That's right. That's my man, Colin. What's up, Colin? Thank you.
Why am I playing games to get someone back who doesn't love me?
There you go.
Oh yes.
Yo, what about happy music? Come on, now play it. Come on. Yes.
Like what?
Yes.
Like,
Thank you. He woke up. He
Like,
woke up. All
okay,
right.
can I tell you why I woke up?
All right. Hold on. Oh wait. Let me pause it real quick. Okay. All right. Wait. Before you begin, Colin. Right.
Backstory, Colin. Just a little backstory.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give a quick, probably like 3-minute backstory.
Mhm.
X and I broke up 4 weeks ago, and we broke up for not significant reasons, but I'm 22. I'm a senior in college. I'm about to graduate, and she said that she couldn't see a future with me because of my lack of maturity, and I wasn't showing her that I could be a good husband, and I couldn't show her a path to where I could be successful in life, and that was the hurdle she wasn't willing to.
Please.
Like, that was the hurdle that she wasn't willing to work with me, so she quit. She quit instantly. She didn't give me an ultimatum. She didn't give me. She just quit. And we talked. We still talked. We still talked. We still talked. But it was weird to the sense of she was definitely using me for attention. 100%. 100%. Queen, love you to death now. But I was giving her attention. I was still being like, "Oh, you're so hot. You're so pretty." Like, and eventually when I was like, "I'm done talking to you. Like, I got to focus on myself." She made a Tinder so she could get compliments from other guys because she doesn't have friends. And the only way to get compliments from people is to reach out to people. So guess what? She made a Tinder. And M3, this is where you're gonna be proud of me. Last night, got drunk, went to the bar, brought a girl home, and I was like, damn, there are a lot more fishes in the sea.
I'm about to cry. I'm about to cry right now. I'm about to cry, man.
And I was like,
man. Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta play the sex boy music real quick.
I'm about to cry, man. This is incredible, man.
Hold on. We got. I'm sorry. We gotta highlight Colin real quick, right? Colin, how bad you made me proud, man. Right? We have to salute you for this, right? You see, y'all, and I'm gonna zoom in real quick. See, this is what we do in knowledge and relationships on YouTube.
That's right.
Okay, we help people to get their minds right.
Woo!
All right. You're going through a messed up
relationship to the curb.
Exactly.
To Colin.
When we go through this stuff, when people go through stuff, man, we're here to help you out. We're here to help you, give you the real deal, Holyfield. We're not going to come you with bad advice, okay?
Well, some people tried to give them bad advice.
Right.
but it was, to give you a little, Queen Dom, to give you a little bit more backstory real quick. She still wanted to be friends. She still 100% trusted me. She still cared about me. She just couldn't see a future with me. And I'm over here like, bro, I know every insecurity. I know what you look like naked. I was like, I can't be friends. You can theoretically be friends with your ex. Not this one. Not this one. And I was like, why am I pursuing a friendship with a girl that I'm in love with? And then I was like, that will never work. I would just get even when she moves on, I would still get destroyed. So I was thinking to myself the last 2 days, M3, I went to the bars Friday, I went to the bar Saturday, and I was like, why am I sad over this girl? I was like, she's treating me like shit. Like, she's not being nice. And went to the bar Saturday, and one of my best friends came into town and brought her friend. And hopefully I don't get exposed here, but I took her friend home. And she's very okay with it. I already told her that. And I was like, you want to go back to my place? She goes, yeah. And it was just it was the part of me that opened my eyes and was like, wait a second, people will love me for who I am. I don't have to change. If I share off the same energy as someone else, they're gonna come to that energy. Why would I go to someone that I have to win their love back? You shouldn't have to win someone's love back. That's not how relationships work. And when we had sex, I was just like, holy shit, this, like, why am I crying over this girl that I'm trying to win back? In reality, I should be having the time of my fucking life and then just have fun. And then eventually I will find that one.
Right.
And Queen, I love you, man. I love you so much.
I got you. I got you. I know you. I know you weren't trying to hear me. I know it was hard. I know it was hard, but I'm telling you, you know, like the person for you, yeah, there are things you needed to grow and change. We all need to grow and change. But the person for you won't necessarily reject you for where you're at because more than likely she was attracted to something. She can see who you can become. I always had this motto, you know, the person for me is going to accept me at my worst to enjoy me at my best. You know, so it's okay. Take your time. You know, it was too much. She was doing too much. And then the fact that really turned me off was the fact that she was unwilling to get help. She was unwilling to deal with her baggage. And you don't want someone who just wants to dump their baggage on your doorstep and not deal with it, not admit it, not acknowledge it. That's not your baggage to carry. You can help her, you can support her, but it's not yours to carry or to get rid of. It's her
It's
job.
not my problem anymore. You're 100%
So there
right.
you go. Block her, block it, block it, block it, block it up.
I will say this, Queen. I'm on a revenge tour. I'm on a revenge tour, baby.
No,
If
don't
she-
do that.
Yeah,
No?
that's not the
Don't
way,
do
the
that.
way to go.
No,
Because
not in the
later
sense,
on.
not
Go
in the
ahead.
sense of like, oh, I'm gonna fuck every girl I see. No, not like that. I'm saying like, I'm gonna live my life. I'm gonna project my life. I'm gonna have a good time. If she wants to keep tabs on me, she can. I'm not keeping tabs on her.
Listen,
That's
let
the
the young man live. Let the young man live.
That's right.
Let the young veteran live. He out here. You know what I'm saying? He out here.
And then
Colin, can I say something to you really quick? I
Absolutely.
love that you said, you know, I just need to be having the time of my life because I have a younger brother. And I actually have a few younger brothers and that are in their 20s, 3 of them. And what I told my brother is, one, she's looking for someone to marry. You don't have to be married at 22. You're only 22. You're in senior year of college. When you go from high school to college, you change. When you go from college to outside of college to a working businessman, you're going to change. She may not even be the woman that you want when you finish school and get into your career. You're about to have internships, if I'm correct, right? In a minute, you're not going to have time to honestly really even be in a full committed relationship. I would say keep doing what you do and have fun, you know, and when it comes time for you to be ready to settle down and, you know, you're in your career or whatever you want to do, that girl will come to you and strap it up. That's it. Okay. I don't know what you 22-year-olds are doing nowadays, but just strap it up, be safe, like Mrs. M3 said.
Okay. On my defense, like, and I'm not gonna expose this girl, but how's the best way to not expose this person? Okay, here we go. I got it. She has not had sex in a long time. And for some reason, she was like, I like you. I'm going to do it with you. And I was like, I'm cool with that. But I am safe. I'm not that crazy. I promise. I'm not that
And I want to encourage you too with everything, Colin, is just to figure out, you know, as you're going through life or whatever else, figure out who you are and figure out what you want, what you need, and what you're unwilling to tolerate, you know, because you deserve more than that.
And you know, I feel like, Queen, you've opened my eyes when I say I should not be playing games. I shouldn't. And you're right, though. Like, the moment I cut off the connection, cut off the contact, I'm gone. And I had a realization, Queen, that you're going to love. She doesn't control my life anymore. I'm single. I get to make my decisions. I get to choose what I want to do. I don't have to face the repercussions if she gets mad at something I did because she's the one that broke up with me. So I get to live my life the way I want to, in a responsible way. But
Yes.
I'm like,
Congratulations.
just over there, like, you better.
just in a responsible way. Yeah. But
I'm so happy. I'm so happy for you.
it's a work in progress, but
Hey.
we have made monumental steps.
Hey.
In 3 days.
Yeah, you're not the same man you were the first night you was on the stream.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to First Lady Tammy. Shout out to First Lady Tammy. Tammy says hello to Domo.
Tammy!
But
Yeah.
I'm happy, man. I'm happy. I'm living life, and now I do not care what happens because I got to worry about me and my problems.
That's it.
Like I said before, Colin, like, you know, I knew, like, you're a cool type of guy, right? And it wasn't going to be so hard for you to find a new woman that will be in your life, or even if she's there for the moment. Let's look at it like this, right? Let us say you're going through this learning experience for a reason in the season. It's to help prepare you, right?
Yep.
To be aware of, the nature of human beings. And so, let us say in particular, female nature, you know how to kind of weed off the bad ones and accept the good ones in your life. Colin, I still want you to find happiness in your own life. I'm still rooting for you to be in a relationship, but not with that woman who don't value you as a man. She's gonna be, I'm telling you, I'm not saying this to to be fixated on her, but as you live your life, remember, as a man, you're gonna do all the necessary steps, right, to go up and increase your value. See, as you increase your value as a man over time, by the time you get to like our age, like 30 or something, or 40, dude, man, like you're gonna already, by then you are gonna be successful probably by the age of like 26 or 25 or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? So you're already in a good start, in a good place. The second thing is that women's value decrease over time because of their looks. And looks for everybody fades over time.
Oh,
yeah, I said Dominique.
Not doing that.
Let him know, Damo.
You lost it, bro. You serious? You're not even older women. I saw a woman who was
whatever.
Red lipstick popping. Are you serious? Did you just say that?
Nope.
Are you serious? And some men were never cute, so you do not increase your value over time. That's not what increases your value. I cannot believe you just said that. Bro.
Okay, so everybody, right? Look at that. We got the chat lit up right now. Yo, it's on fire. We got like at least like 10 or 11 people watching the stream. Everybody, help get these likes up. And then I'm gonna bring in Kris the Bloom, Ebony, and First Lady Tammy, the lady with many different names. Let's go ahead and give her a round of applause, y'all. Hey, ole.
Tammy, you look a little sexy on that camera. What's happening? She got the little like.
No, I went and got my hair done. I got my usual, maintenance. So, my hair looking nice.
Okay, self-care, Tammy. I see you though.
Soul glow, Tammy. You know what I mean?
All right. Hey, how you guys doing?
Good. Can you hear me? I'm in my car.
Kris, can hear you.
I pick up groceries.
Kris, I know you probably have something that you might want to say, like maybe something encouraging for Colin or anything that comes to your mind. I'm gonna let you speak real quick if you don't mind.
I'm just really happy for him. I'm really happy for him. I figured he would figure it out. I'm glad that he figured it out sooner than later. And I'm glad that he found support through this. People who he felt comfortable talking to about it and who, I trust to give him good information. I think you guys, I was in the chat when he would come on, but I heard the information, the advice that you gave him, and I'm really glad that he found knowledge in relationships. And I guess my only question to Colin is, do you feel like a weight has been lifted, or are you kind of feeling, I guess, sad? How are you feeling?
So I would say like right now in my life, like a weight has been lifted because I feel like now I can be me. I don't have to fake being me. I don't have to like change everything about my life just for her. But you know, it is kind of sad too because it's like, well, like because I do genuinely still care about this person. Like I'd still hope that like she does well in life. She, you know, like nothing because she has epilepsy and she has had seizures her whole entire life, and I'm just like, I hope nothing bad happens to her. So like, I still genuinely do care about this person, but not in the sense of like, I don't, I do not want to get back together with this person. Like, you
Oh, what's going on?
like I've been like betrayed. Like honestly, I feel like I was betrayed, and now weight's been lifted off because I'm like, oh, guess what? I can live my life now. I don't have to care. I don't have to worry about her. So I would say, yeah, weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
Wait, is it me or Colin? It sounds like you're fading out a little bit.
Oh,
Let me see. Hold on, can you guys hear Colin well?
It faded out a little bit, but I think, speak again, Colin. I think it's back now.
that I'm definitely a weight has been lifted off. 100%. It's just I can be myself. I can have fun. I can do what I want to do. I don't have to worry about someone else. And it's like I'm happy.
All right, I'm gonna read this comment.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry, Chris. I'm gonna give it to you just a second. Christine says, Colin, just remember to live life free of seeking revenge. This is your body. You're referring to using. Don't slip into the poison, expecting her to die. For you, for your peace, and for you, not about her. And then Callie says, some women, you messed up. Okay.
I don't think I'm necessarily on a revenge tour. Like I was just using that as like a joke. Like, you know, oh, I'm gonna fuck every girl I see. No. It's more of a revenge tour of I'm living my life. I'm not gonna be sad because of her anymore. I'm gonna show her that I can be successful in life, that I can be a good husband. Like I can graduate, I can get a good job. Like I just want to like it's more of a revenge tour of I want to promote my life and be successful in my life. So when she looks back and she'd be like, wow, he actually has gotten his shit together. Kind of that more of a revenge tour, if that makes sense.
Right. And then Chris, what you was gonna say? Sorry to interrupt you.
He actually answered my question. I was going to ask him what are his goals now. Like, does he still want to keep growing, keep improving himself? And he kind of answered that already. I think that's probably the best thing you can do, Colin. One thing about honestly, if you're gonna be in this like manosphere red pill community, one thing that they do a good job of is encouraging young men to pull themselves together first, and then the right women will come. You know, then you'll have the right mind, everything kind of be in place, and then you can really focus on finding somebody who best balances you out, best matches with you. And so I think moving towards your purpose because it's what you want, because it's what you need to be established and successful and stable, and then you can bring up children in that same environment. I think that's probably the best thing. But it seems like, you know, for now, the idea of doing this to prove it to her that you can do it, I think if that's what gets you out of bed in the morning, keep it going. But I hope that it evolved into something that you do because it's going to bring you fulfillment in the long run.
100%, yeah. I completely agree with you. I think that's just my motivation right now. Like just to like I hate to say it, but I think that's my motivation right now. It's just like I think my mentality is just like I want her to realize like she fucked up. But while improving my life, not for her, but for myself.
Okay.
That makes sense.
And Colin, you also have to think sometimes that we have this feeling where, of course, you know, we want to show that other person like, okay, you know, I can do all the things, but sometimes she still might not realize you may do all these things and she still may feel the same about you. So don't worry about what she thinks or what she sees or what she feels at all. Like, don't feel the need to even show her that you can do that. Just because listen, maybe you might decide, you know what, I don't want to be a husband, you know, I want to be a single man for the rest of my life. So you're kind of, you know, proving to her that you're not being a husband, but that doesn't make you wrong or anything. I think just do what you want to do, how you want to do it, and don't worry about if she's going to see it or if she's not going to see it, because sometimes it'll push you to maybe do something you might not have done if you weren't thinking about her seeing you be successful, her seeing you do all the things she said you couldn't do. You might change your mind and not want to graduate college. You may want to be an entrepreneur and not need college for it. So all those things are still going to be things she said you couldn't do. So don't worry about her feelings. Just do you, boo. And you cute with your little dimples. You got it, Colin. You senior in college. You're gonna be all right.
And I think calling out what I was gonna say is that she'll never see what she missed out on until she deals and looks in the mirror. She has to deal with herself first.
Yep.
And so valuing another person doesn't come from what that person does for you. It comes from you valuing yourself. And she is not there yet. So, you know, I think kudos to you. And, you know, if I was near you, I'll give you a big old hug. I am so proud of you. And I think that, you know, you just have to, you know that self-work is hard. It's hard. It's hard to let go. But the definition of love is sometimes letting go, knowing that you're not the right person for that person, or you're not right at this moment together. You know, like I've known people, they're like a week away from their marriage and something comes up in marriage counseling and they're like, yeah, no. And that's the hardest thing. You know, sent out the invitations, you have the wedding set up, you got the location, you got the dress. And that's, to me, that's the most courageous thing to go, right now, I'm not at a point where I can say I do to you. And that's okay. So I think that's the thing. Like, you have to say I do to yourself first before you can say it to anyone else.
I completely agree with you. And, you know, I'm trying to look very optimistic on this, to the sense of, like, I didn't propose to her. So, you know, it's like there's so many things that I didn't do, which could have made this a lot worse.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that, like, when it ended, and I'm happy, and now I can live my life the way I want to.
Kris, I just have a couple things to say. Colin, I've never met you on the screen before, so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm just so just real quick. So how old are you? I'm just curious.
So I'm 22. I turned 23 in January.
Okay, and how long did you guys know each other before you got together?
No, we met through a mutual friend,
Mm-hmm.
and then we dated for 14 months.
Oh, okay.
I'm young, and it was a short relationship.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, you're fine. You're fine. So first I want to say, hi, Callie. How are you? Miss you. Okay. So another thing I will say is, number one, there's nothing wrong with being single. That's number one. I feel like people are afraid to be single as if it's the worst thing in the world. And it's not really as bad as people think. You know, when you're single, it's time for you to learn you and to learn how to love yourself. And that's why I find it funny when somebody's like, oh, you know, why are you single? As if like, oh my God, that's the worst thing in the world. You know, I'm not in a relationship. And I feel like people will jump, and this is not necessarily you, but just in general, I think people jump into relationships because of the fear of being single. So they stay in relationships too long because of the fear of being single. They stay in relationships and accept things that they shouldn't accept out of the fear of being single. I like what Dom said when she was saying, you know, not doing it necessarily for her, but for you, because you want to keep that in the front of your mind, that how far you progress is more for you and not for her. So I mean, it's revenge in a way, but it shouldn't be because you want her to, like the Queen has said and Dom has said, it shouldn't be because for her to see what you're doing. It's more for you to see how far you can go for yourself. Um, so and I feel like one of the things that everybody has to do is whenever you are done with a relationship, always take the time to think about what did you learn about yourself from that relationship, because every relationship we're meant to learn something. And so what happens is if we don't learn it, we end up repeating it. That's why I don't know if you have friends that say, oh, I keep dating these kind of people and, the same things keep happening, is because whatever lesson you were meant to learn, you didn't learn it. So you're going to have to go through the same thing again and again until you figure out what were you meant to learn that's going to better yourself and make you a better person. So, I mean, you're young because, you're 22, about to be 23. So, there's so much more road that you have to travel. But this relationship was just one that you'll go through to get you to where you're supposed to be. So, so just take some time to, reflect on things that you've gone through with her, and just really try to figure out what was I meant to learn from this. Everybody that we're in a relationship with teaches us something about ourselves. And so we have to figure out what that is and be able to move forward. So, yeah, I mean, if breaking up with that person was the right decision, which it sounds like it was, then that's good. When you are going to make that decision and make that break, just remember that everything you do, you want to do because it's in your best interest, for whatever you have coming for you. Because you're meant for something, and you might not have figured that out yet, but you have a purpose. So, and everybody that we meet is part of helping to develop us to get to that purpose. So it's about, figuring that out and figuring ourselves out, and you're going to be good to go. So, yeah, so that's all I have to say.
So M3 stepped away for a minute. So
I just want to know what day in January.
Hold on, Dama. Hold on. Since M3 stepped away for a moment, I'm stepping in real quick. So we gotta welcome in DJ Eddie F. King.
What's going on, man? What's going on, y'all, man? I'm listening. I'm just listening. Hey, Damo. This is Damo's show, by the way. Hey, how you doing?
Hi. You got a question? Nah.
Hey.
No. Give me my
Tammy, what's going on? I see you. Man, out here with the teen talk, with the tattoos. Go ahead with yourself. Colin, what's going on, man? Tell me, Colin, what's the news story that's been happening? What happened?
Can I just ask Colin's birthday really quick?
23rd.
Go ahead, Dom. Go ahead.
Damn, Colin, I thought you were going to be a Capricorn. You got to be an Aquarius.
I am an Aquarius.
Oh, wow.
Well, we too.
September 23rd?
Either we like each other or we hate each other because we're so, this close to being similar. We're Aquarius and Capricorn.
Is it September 23rd or?
January.
Oh, January. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm the 4th, Colin, so
I got you. I love it's like I will say this. I think, Aquariuses are very emotional. I'm very emotional. I would be the first one to say that.
And Capricorns are very chill out. So we're very even, but you guys are more emotional than us. So that's where we have to battle, because we agree or battle on the same things, but the emotion Capricorns can't.
Oh
get.
Yeah. to make it even worse, my ex was a Taurus, so she's very stubborn and stuck on her ways. So.
So believe in all that.
But Eddie, fuck that bitch. We're living life now.
Listen. Let's cut it. Let's cut the BS. Okay, you have not gotten over her yet. Okay, now I know it sounds easy, but it's hard. It's really hard.
I would disagree at this point, dude.
No. I can see the look on your face. You can't fool me. I can see the look on your face. But look, you're gonna just because that you're living life doesn't mean you're not going to be tested. Okay. You're gonna be tested on the battlefield, okay? Now remember, when y'all wasn't together, she flashed you her boobs and stuff. Now remember that? You do remember that, right? Now, okay. Now let me tell you, she plays so many games. She's going to keep testing you. She's going to keep testing you. Now, people say, listen, don't showboat, don't do this, don't do that. Okay, but she's gonna do it. She's gonna showboat in your face. If
Oh
not
no,
in
yeah.
your face, it's gonna be on social media. So it's gonna get to you. Okay, it's really gonna get to you. You really have to try hard not to just feed into that. But that's gonna be hard. And you're young, so you might feed into it. So just in case if you do feed into it, listen, they're gonna tell you don't listen to me, okay? But I'm telling you, just listen to me just for 1 second, all right? Listen, okay? If she does do that, right? You can't do it back, but just not in a way that you're telling her like, look, anything you can do, I can do, you know. But I'm saying it's okay to get just a little bit of sweet revenge. It's okay sometimes, not all the time. It's just a little bit, okay? A little bit is fine, all right? You're not over her yet. You're getting there. You're climbing that ladder, but you're not to the mountain yet.
I'm not to the mountain yet. No,
Not
but
yet.
I
Not yet, but you will be tested, and she will test you, man. You're not gonna like it. That's coming, and I guarantee it's gonna be next week.
Hey, DJ Eddie, did you hear Colin's story from earlier? Why he's so happy?
He said he's happy because he's over her or living life. That's what he said.
No. It's because Colin got laid. He got laid by another chick.
Well, listen. That's just listen. That's just the first step. That's just the first step. That hasn't really took his mind off of it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's not going to work right now at this moment.
The best way to know someone is to give someone Colin.
It's going to take some time, but Colin, it's okay to have fun. You ain't got to look for marriage right now. You can have fun a little bit, live a little bit.
No, but the reason, Eddie, I will say this though, and it's not just because I got laid, but it was. I know
I like to mess with you.
But it was like I realized in that moment, Eddie, that was like I don't need to be chasing someone's love when they don't love me. And it's like there are people for me that want to be with me for who I am. And it's like, and I realized that, and I was just like, wait a second, like. I can have fun being me. I don't have to change for her. People will attract. Their energy and my energy will attract because that's what it's meant to be. Your energy is not supposed to force someone. It's two positives will attract. No, technically it's the other way around. But but two people, like two positive people will be friends and will just make each other a better person.
Yeah.
And I was just like, it was just crazy because we chilled and talked for 4 hours and after 2, and it was just like that, we were just talking, and I was just like, wait a second, like there are other people out there. There's other fish in the sea that will accept me for who I am. And it was just, it made me feel good.
So when you say this is the new girl, right?
I mean, technically it was not necessarily. Basically it was a new girl, yes, but okay. I'm not trying to pursue her, but
you're just having fun. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's okay. That is okay.
Mm-hmm.
You can have fun.
I realize that she can't control me. We're not together. I shouldn't be doing stuff in order to get back together with her. I should be doing stuff for me, you know.
Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Responsibly.
Yeah.
Thank you, Colin. Responsibly.
Real quick. Dawn, your hair looks nice.
Oh, thank you.
Your hair looks nice.
Okay, because I'm about to finish the spill that I gave everyone else. It's not even finished.
And I will say, Colin, the whole astrology thing. I'm sorry. Don't go with that. Just please don't.
Yeah, Colin, listen to the astrology. The
energy. Colin, but listen, Colin. Remember.
So the reason I say that. So the reason I say that is because I used to be all into the whole astrology thing and all that, and so I dated somebody who was supposedly a very good match for my sign, very good, like the best match, and that turned out to be one of the worst relationships I've ever been in. So. And then when it comes to that in general, when people get to know me, they say I don't act like what my sign is just because I don't do what they typically associate with. So I would say don't Please don't let that be your motivation for picking
No,
somebody.
no, no, no.
That's true, but you also have like your rising sign and like your moon sign and like so it all comes together. Like for me, I'm a true Capricorn. Like literally, if you look at, I'm like Capricorn twice. Like I'm a true Capricorn. So other Capricorns don't act like me because maybe they're not a full Capricorn. Colin, it works sometimes. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it works. I don't date someone who's my best match though. At least not my best match. I don't think anyone is your best match based on like, you know, you guys having similarities or differences, but I believe in astrology. I'm a true Capricorn. 100%.
I do have a question for you, Queen Dom.
Yes,
Because,
of course.
so
Anyone has a question they can ask me.
So I was actually watching earlier, and you made a comment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very curious to see your point, like perception on this, because M3 was trying to talk about it, but like, I'm curious to where your mindset on this, because I feel like if you truly love somebody,
Mm-hmm.
you would be willing to make that sacrifice. Like
About
because
weed?
no, not about. I'm just saying like in general, because I think you made the comment of like yes, weed for you is it helps you, it genuinely makes you feel better, and I don't think anybody should make that ultimatum like pick weed over me. Like no one in this world should make that ultimatum. But I feel like in the relationship I just got out of, she was not willing to make those sacrifices in order to benefit our relationship.
So for me, Colin, when it comes to the weed, sorry, am I cutting you off? Were you gonna?
No. I was just asking do you have parameters of like, yeah, I'll make the sacrifice, or no, you gotta deal with this?
Yeah, perfect. Queen asked me that question. And what I said was, of course, there are things that I can change and compromise on. Like, for example, me, like I love to take shots. I love to make margaritas at 12 o'clock in the morning, like in the day, like, you know, like that's me. But, you know, he wasn't so much into the drinking. And of course, drinking a lot isn't a good thing. You know, and even though I'm still in my 20s, I am getting older. And even though I used to bartend, I'm from New York. So drinking to me isn't even drinking. It's like having a juice. But I understood what he said. And now, like, for example, I drink like wine or like a spritzer or something. But if you're asking me to do something that is going to, like, for example, I mentioned before, Colin, I do deal with mental health. You know, I do have prescribed medication that I don't take. I kind of take the weed instead of that. And it helps a lot. So if you're asking me to stop something, you're basically asking me to stop my medication. That's really what you're asking me to do. So if you're asking me to do that, then you don't love me.
That's fair.
Because it's not harming you. It's not harming me. It's actually making things better. It's making things better. Honestly, he loves to have conversations with me, serious ones when I'm high, because that's when I'm like the most level-headed. That's when I'm like the calmest and like the most like, okay, I clearly see your way. So yeah, so if he's asking me to do that, no. If he's asking me, I don't know, to change the way that I dress, that we would have to have a long conversation about, because changing the way I dress changes who I am as a person. So if you're changing things like that will change who I am as a person and it's not harming me, even if it's harming the relationship, maybe this isn't the relationship I'm supposed to be in. So just because it's harming the relationship doesn't mean that I'm wrong. It just means maybe this isn't the relationship. Maybe we don't click as much as we thought we did. And you figure that out, like Queen mentioned, you know, people are 1 week away from marriage and find something like, oh, wait, maybe we're not supposed to be married. So I think that saying not wanting to change something isn't bad, depending on what it is. And it could be something as simple as maybe I like taking shots. And if I was to say I didn't want to change that, that wouldn't have meant that I didn't love him. That just meant that I didn't want to be in a relationship with someone who didn't allow me to do that. So yeah, that's where I come from. But I decided to change it because I understood where he was coming from.
So the relationship I just got out of, she was too afraid to make me like make sacrifices, or she was too afraid to make sacrifices. So like what happened was our communication went really bad because she was too afraid to say, hey, I want you to stop this. And it just built up until she was like, it's over. I'm done. I don't even care at this point. And I'm asking you, in the future, with my future relationships, how do you properly ask someone, and everybody else can answer this question too, how do you properly ask someone to make sacrifices without being like rude or like just like straight up mean?
I would say that it's all about, sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say, and sometimes it's not how you say, it's what you say. I would say if you're asking someone to change something, one, make sure that you have a really good reason. And your reason can't just be, for example, your reason can't just be, oh, I think that if you smoke weed, you're going to catch asthma. But yet that's not a fact. You know, like that can't just be your reason because you personally think that, oh, well, if you keep smoking, you'll never be able to stop. Like that can't be your reason. You have to have like a concrete reason that for that person is going to help them and is going to make things better for them. You know, because like I said, just because it doesn't make it better in the relationship doesn't mean it's wrong for them to do it. So you have to make sure it's better for them. It's going to help them. It's completely about them and not really about you. It shouldn't be about you. It should be about them, you know, whenever you're asking for a change. And I think when you ask, you have to be sensitive about it. Maybe say like, hey, I wanted to talk to you, you know, it's just something that, you know, I seen and, you know, maybe you don't agree, but I just want to tell you how I feel. You know, I think this is maybe hurting you. Like, just use those calming words. Use that, like, I understand. Like, you know, use that body language and that it's about your body language, your facial expressions. You know, I'm very big on my face to say everything, and I wish I could control it, but so I don't know how. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing it. So you got to be aware of all of these things before you go to someone and ask them to make a sacrifice that might be hard for them to make or hard for them to hear.
Okay, that makes sense.
Can I say something to add to what Don said? So one thing I will say is that just be aware that even if you ask them to make that change or sacrifice, it's a possibility that they won't. So you have to be honest with yourself if that's something that you are going to, you have to be honest with yourself if that's something that they choose not to change, are you going to be okay with that? And because I think sometimes people are not honest with what they will and will not accept. And then down the line, they have animosity and, you know, they just are just in this negative mood because the person didn't change and they thought they were going to change. So you have to really be honest with yourself that it's something that if they choose not to change it, are you going to be okay with that? So that's what I wanted to add to what Dom said.
I think that she will have to feel comfortable before you start asking her anything. I think you have to know all about her first before, you know, get into the you know, the sacrifices and things like that. I think that you have to make her feel comfortable so she can open up and tell you these things first. But don't just ask her head on. Just give it some time. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. And to Tammy, I actually do have a question to you because you made a comment a while back ago about me, like it's okay to be alone. It's okay because once you're happy with yourself, you can like being alone. And I think it might just because I'm 22. But dang, do I miss someone loving me? And I don't know why I miss that so much. I miss someone caring about me.
I told you he ain't got over it yet. I told you.
But I'm not saying hurt especially. I'm just saying like just the feeling of like I have someone with me. I do miss that a little bit, and I don't know how to.
That companionship is what you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So here's the thing is like that loneliness you feel, like a lot of times I feel like the loneliness we feel is because we feel like there's something missing. And what I was talking to a friend of mine and I say that everything that you need, you have within yourself. And if you feel like something is missing, whatever you're looking for from somebody else, you have it within yourself. You just haven't found it yet. So that companionship, that's what we have friends for. We spend time with our friends to get that, you know, that socialization. But everything that we need, we have within ourselves. So when there's something that you're looking for in somebody else, you already have it. You just haven't found it yet. And so that's why I feel like when somebody is content being single, it's because they're not looking for someone to fill that space inside of them. They're looking for someone to add to them rather than fill what's inside of them. So it's a matter of when you're able to learn yourself and learn to love yourself, truly love yourself, being single is not going to be a problem. Like you'll be able to go out and sit in a bar and just be cool sitting there by yourself, go to a movie, have some you time. You're going to be okay doing that. So I think that when we get that loneliness, and I speak from experience, is that, you know, when you say, you know, oh, I'm looking for something, or I feel like I'm missing something, you need some more time, to get to know yourself and do some things that you enjoy. That self-care is so extremely important. I think it's important for women, but it's also important for men. And so, so if you have that feeling of loneliness, it's because there's something that is missing within you that you want to find with somebody else. But you have to find it with yourself first before you can find it with somebody else. Does that make sense? So yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
And that's why, like I say, you know, when it comes to being single, you have it where some people will ask you, like, oh, well, why are you single? Like, you know, as if to say there's something wrong. Like I've had guys ask me, well, why are you single? Like, I mean, there's people that look good that are single. There's nothing wrong with that. And that's the thing is that, you know, like I said, when people ask that, it's almost like they want to have pity on you because you're single. Like, oh my gosh, I want to help you. Oh, let me show you let me introduce you to this person because you need somebody. Even my mother at some point is like, oh my gosh, you know, I want you to meet someone to get married. And I'm like, Mom, no, like I'm perfectly fine by myself. I don't need nobody right now. But that's the thing is that there's just this fear of being single that is such a horrible thing, which, like I said before, it causes people to stay in relationships longer than they need to, accept things they shouldn't have to. And I feel like people get in relationships for different reasons. Some people get in relationships out of fear. Some people get in relationships out of obligation. Some people get in relationships because they truly have that love there. And you have to figure out what you're truly in that relationship for, what you truly want to get out of being in a relationship before you even do it. And I think some people don't even understand the purpose of dating. Like every person you date, you're not meant to be in a relationship with. But some people will jump into it because they want to be with somebody because they don't want to be lonely. And that's the thing is that the purpose of dating is for you to get to know that person because you might get to know them and figure out, I don't want to be in a relationship with that person. And the fact that y'all are just dating, you're not a couple, it's easy to make that break. But once you become a couple, you can't just walk away just one day. You know, you can't just do that. So it's a matter of, like I said, taking time for yourself and doing things for yourself, finding different ways that you can practice self-care so that you won't have that feeling of loneliness where you feel like you need to have that companionship. And that's the thing is that even if you do, go on a date. Like go on a date with somebody. You know, you don't have to be in a relationship with them. You can just go on a date, you know, have a nice conversation with somebody who's, you know, who you think is attractive. I mean, so that's what you can do if you're having that, you know, need for that companionship, but you don't necessarily need to be in a relationship to get that. You know, you don't want to rush into anything before you know you're truly ready. So, and like I said, you know, dating, the purpose of dating is getting to know people, to know what kind of person you'd want to be in a relationship with, rather than just jumping into somebody who you find out is not even relationship material. So, yeah.
And I think one of my main issues, Tammy, is that I get too emotionally like strong. So like when I get into a relationship, I dive head in. Like
you're all in.
I'm all in.
Yeah.
Because like I maybe I have the wrong mindset, but I feel like you're supposed to be all in when you're in a relationship.
This is the thing is, I think it's because you're young. I'll say that is the right mindset to have, but you have to be realistic that not everybody has that mindset. And not everybody is there yet. Not everybody is ready to be all in. And some people, when they know you're all in, they will take advantage of the fact that you're all in. Because they don't have your best interest at heart. The reality is a lot of people are very selfish. A lot of people are only doing something because there's something in it for them. So for you being all in, a woman can see that and take advantage of that and say, oh, he's all in. So I can do A, B, C, D, and all these other things because he's all in, when she's not all in at all. She's not even there. She's not even halfway there. So the thing is, you want to be all in with somebody who you know is all in as well. And sometimes it takes time to figure that out because a lot of people are very good at hiding what their real motives are. But that's the thing, because I know for me, when I'm in a relationship, I'm all in. I'm all in. But what happens is sometimes you being all, and that's the things that sometimes you being all in, you learn things about yourself by that relationship that you chose to be all in. So that, like I said, you have to be realistic about the fact that you can't be all in with everybody. You want to be all in with a woman that you feel deserves for you to be all in. And you have to question, like, what kind of things have transpired that makes me want to be all in with her? Not every woman and not every man deserves for someone to be all in, because that person may not be there yet, especially because you're young, you're 22, 23. Some women are not there yet. Some women, they're in their 20s. They might have just got that freedom to be out the house. They're trying to live the whole life. They're trying to get their thing on. That might be where their mindset is. So you want to try to figure out where their mindset is before you get all in. And know that there's some women that are just in it. They just want to get a nut, which is, you know, that might be what it is. But and that's not to say that every woman's
But listen, Colin,
that's not to say every woman's like that, because some are not. But that's like I said.
And there's nothing wrong if you just want to get a little something.
Exactly.
But
And the thing is that you can't always be. It's like there's nothing wrong with being all in, but just be aware that not everybody is in that mindset at your age or even as they get older. Sometimes it takes people a while. Some people have to go through some things. And then one other thing is that you have to know that when people go through trauma and don't address it, it doesn't allow them to be all in. So there's different reasons why somebody may not be all in. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with being all in, but just be aware that because you are all in doesn't mean that they are too.
I think that's why this one hurt really badly,
Yeah.
because I think I was all in and she was not all in.
So then my question is, were there any red flags at all?
So yes, in the sense of I thought that she was interested in the things I liked, but in reality, she was faking it.
Okay, so
does that make sense? Like I thought, like
it does. So she made you think that she liked what you liked, but she really didn't.
yes.
Okay, so at what point did you figure out that she didn't like what you liked?
See, the whole entire time I believed it in my head that she liked it.
But okay, so what, as far as her actions, what did her actions show you?
I could tell it was like she hated it.
Huh?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you. Look, this is what's going on. You know, he was playing video games so much he got addicted to video games, and she didn't like it. She said it was okay for the fact that he could play video games, but when you're too addicted to him, when you're not really worried about her, you know that it's going to cause a problem, and that's what caused it.
But that's the thing is that there's some women that like video games, and the thing about it is, if she was not okay with it, she was not being honest with herself by saying that she was.
Nah, it wasn't. No. Listen, I'm not. She said it was okay, but it was the fact that he was playing video games so much.
So it wasn't okay.
Can I say something?
It's like he was just addicted to the games and just damn near forgot about the relationship. So that's what the problem she had with him. You dig what I'm saying? She had a problem with that. Like, man, okay, it's cool to play video games, but man, you playing it too much. You forgetting about this, you forgetting about that. You know, what's going on? That's where the problem came with him. And
yeah, but the video
he had admitted that he didn't have his shit together. He already admitted
I feel like it was more than that. Like
the video games took away from the attention he gave her.
Thank you.
So
the problem is that she knew he was into the video games when they got together.
Yeah.
She chose to be with him because she thought she could change him by giving him some booty. When it didn't work, she started feeling a ways because he stopped giving her attention. So they were both, he admitted, they were both using each other. He wanted the booty, he didn't want to sacrifice, and she wanted the attention.
But she knew what she was getting herself into, and when the reality hit her,
listen, the attention. Yeah, of course she wanted attention from him because his face was into the video games.
But no, but that's the thing is that if she knew that he liked video games that much, I mean, the fact for you to think that all of a sudden he gets some booty and things are going, and his whole thing is going to change, you're setting yourself up to get your feelings hurt.
So what happened? This is what I'm talking about. She knew about him liking video games. She didn't know that it was an addiction. That's a difference.
But she took a risk.
Can I have
Go ahead.
Yeah. So okay. So what I was about to say, Mr. Eddie King kind of said it. I think that we don't realize what we do in relationships, and we all do it. We are ourselves, but we are the best version of ourselves when we first enter a relationship. So she might have known that he was into video games, but he might not have been playing it as much. So to her, the amount that he was playing when they got together might have been okay. But then maybe once you slide back into your not so perfect self, as we all do after a couple of months or a couple of weeks, or after you get the booty and you slide back into your normal self because you can't keep it up. Now she's like, okay, wait, I know you play video games, but maybe he started really like every day. And to be honest, like she's gonna want the attention. She's, anybody in a relationship is gonna want a little bit of attention and stuff. So it just depends on how it started. If that's how it started, then she's not for being
exactly how it started.
But that's the thing is that we don't necessarily know. This is the thing is that there's always three versions of a story. There's his story, her story, and the truth. And that's the thing is that we know one story, we know, and we don't necessarily know.
That's the thing is that.
So Queen said it. That is the truth.
But that's, like I said, here's the thing is that me personally, I mean, I'm speaking for me. If I know you like video games, I mean, well, I like video games too. So let me use something else because I like video games. So I can't use that analogy. But I mean, if it's something that I know that he enjoys doing, this is the whole thing with dating. Like, this whole thing with dating is I want to get to know you in the dating aspect before we get to the relationship aspect. Because I want to see what you like. I want to see what you like to do. I want to know how much you like it. And that's the thing is that if I'm going to see how much you like it, how much you enjoy doing it. And then it'll allow me to see if you're somebody I want to be in a relationship with. So that's what I think is like, I think the whole dating thing is so.
Tammy.
Hold on, we're not skipping that side of the comment. Hold on. Matthew Dutch says Tammy likes video games. She got the
Tammy, listen, Tammy, it's a difference. You like video games, but you know when to go to work. You know when to take care of your responsibilities.
But there's always early signs about things.
No, wait.
Like, why stay longer? Why stay long in a relationship? Like, I'm sorry, if I see early on that it don't work, it's not gonna work anyway.
But she gave him
Tammy,
don't work.
Tammy, I'm telling you, it's a difference. He likes video games, you like video games, but the difference is between y'all two. You take care of your responsibility, like you go to work. Even if you was in school, you'll make the good grades. But he was at a point to where he was just so into the video games, he forgot about school. His G-Porn average was terrible. You know what I mean?
Okay,
that's
the
difference.
But that's the thing, like I said, I'm not going to be dating somebody who's not doing that anyway. Like, I'm sorry.
Right. So she's young and now she learned and she left. But Colin, I know you over there and you listening. Let me tell you something, Colin. When I asked you for backstory, you were supposed to mention how you were failing school. You said that she thought you weren't going to graduate, but I thought maybe she just thought you were taking too long. You got to say all of it because that changes it a little bit. Because if you're doing bad in school and you're playing video games and she's telling you that that's not good and you keep doing it, I probably would leave too, because what's your career? What's your goal in life? What's coming next? You know? So it kind of makes sense that she was out, but I don't know everything. So, but that's just what I'm hearing on it.
And that's
You're
that's what
absolutely
I'm
right.
saying.
And
That,
that
like,
is what happened. That's what
and
happened.
that's what I'm saying is like every relationship that you're in is meant to teach you something. So it's a matter of him learning what he's supposed to from that relationship, so he doesn't make the same mistake twice. Now, if he hasn't learned it, then it's like, okay, you know, he's gonna have to go through the same thing again. So I think every time you're in a relationship, you have to reflect on that to see what was it I was supposed to learn. Because like I said, if you don't learn it, you're gonna get into the same kind of relationship. The same thing's gonna happen. It's gonna give you the same result. So it's about reflecting and making sure that you know what you learn and you learning from it. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with liking certain things.
Colin's eyes are open because of the breakup. So for him, he had to see what was going on after that breakup.
That's not necessarily true.
When she broke up with him, yes, it is. When she broke up with him, he finally realized what the problem was, and he realized that he did not have his shit together.
Okay, so you're making that. But just because she broke up with him doesn't mean his eyes are open.
Yes, it does.
Because
yes, it does. That's cap. You capping now. You capping.
Because that's the thing is that you're saying, oh, his eyes are open because she broke up with him. That's not necessarily true because
yes, it is.
No, he's saying it. He's saying it.
Exactly. You read that, right? Thank you.
Just listen.
Exactly. Now,
just listen.
Exactly.
Just listen.
You know, Tammy. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So, like I said, because that's like saying like somebody breaks up with you and all of a sudden your eyes are open. That's not necessarily the case, because if you meet the same kind of person, and then all of a sudden things are going great, you might be like, oh, okay. But that's the thing is like, it might not be the video games about him not getting attention. That might not be the lesson he was supposed to learn. So that's the thing. That might be, but that might not be. So that's the thing is like, you don't know that though. You don't know that.
Okay, hold on. Let
if he can tell you that, and she can tell you that, they're both right. If they're both saying the same thing.
Okay, like I said, you don't know. And that's the thing is like, until you reflect, you don't. And that's the thing is that even if you reflect, you still might not know it. You still may have to go through the same thing again until you really know the lesson you were supposed to learn. That's why some people get it wrong. Some people get it wrong.
Hold on. Okay, Tammy, I gotta stop. Tammy, I gotta stop you right there, right? I gotta stop you guys right there.
We gotta get to these comments.
Okay, besides Kashin and Tammy's like my favorite Myers in the building, which is Master Duck, and Master Duck. Yeah, you know, Tammy's single. But besides that part, right? Kashin, listen, I believe Eddie is hammering the nail directly. Addiction is different than liking video games. It interfered with his life.
Yes. Yes. Riley Kashin agree with me. Yes.
And Tammy, I get what you're saying, but while you were still talking, Tammy's telling you no, 100%. No, he said no, 100%. You're right. That's what happened. I didn't have my stuff together. So he's telling you that's the eye-opening part was what got him to understand his stuff was together. You can't shake your head at him. He's telling you.
Exactly.
Wait, hold on, I'm not finished.
And the girl can tell you.
Hold on, Eddie King.
Wait, hold on. I'm not finished. Yeah, I'm not finished though, right? Hold on. Let me read this comment real quick. Kashin says, right, Queen Dom, it makes sense. Thank you, DJ Eddie, for spelling it out from his last podcast sharing. Okay, and Colin herself says, oh, trust me, I've realized I fucked up, and my eyes are open. I big time fucked up, and my lesson was to get my priorities correct in life.
Boom! Boom! Boom!
Comment from Colin.
Go ahead.
Colin, when Tammy mentioned your eyes not being open, right? Slightly from you coming onto the podcast and you saying what you said and describing what happened in your relationship and everything. For me, I believe your eyes have been opened, but maybe not fully opened. And I say this because you came on here like, oh yeah, F that bitch, right? And then you came on here like, she doesn't think I can be a husband and I can finish school and I'm going to prove to her. So I didn't think that you were showing her that you couldn't do these things. I thought maybe she just was, I don't know, being naive, being young, thinking you were taking too long. So if your eyes were fully open, I think you would have came on to the stream and talked more about, dang, this girl who broke up with me because I needed to do this and this. How can I do this better? How can I, was playing the games and issue.
He said that already in the last live stream. Y'all late.
What? So now on the other end, if you're talking about F that bitch because after she broke up with you, after she said she didn't want you because of whatever, she's still trying like playing games with you back and forth, then yeah, F her for that. She shouldn't be doing that. She already said she doesn't want you, already kind of said you're not going to do this, you're not going to do that. She shouldn't be going back and forth with you.
But
so
that's what happened.
Yeah, but when you're kind of like, I thought she was just doing you wrong all across the board in the relationship. I didn't know that you had, lacked on some of your things.
Okay, everybody, hold on, everybody, hold on. Okay, so let's get to this comment, and then we're gonna get to Kris because she ain't say nothing in a minute. So,
go ahead, Kris.
Okay, so Master Duck says, Colin, you need some lessons in your life. Tammy is a teacher.
I am a teacher. Tammy doesn't date anybody who's young enough to be her child.
Listen, you duck face. Don't get over here and try to disrespect Colin, okay? We're not having that. I don't want nobody sitting up here teasing Colin because Colin is going through some stuff. We have to.
How was he teasing him, though?
Listen.
Yeah, he was teasing.
Yeah, he is. He is teasing. He is.
No, he wasn't.
And you're sitting back laughing, but that's not funny.
How was he teasing him?
Listen, hear me. People get on here. Listen, okay, Dom, listen. When somebody get on here on a podcast and they want to talk about their relationship, right? They want to talk about their relationship. It's not a joke. It's really not a joke, and people need people to help them. They need people to talk to because other people, they'll take it to the next level. You know what I mean? They'll take it to the next level. They don't know what they're doing when they're in love. It's hard. He's still in love with this girl, even though he says F that B. But we have to. We can't do that.
Yeah. I don't think teasing and joking and any of that about somebody's relationship is cool. But for me, I didn't feel that he was teasing Colin. I felt he was teasing Tammy. So I'm laughing at Tammy. Yeah. He's teasing Tammy.
I ain't talking about you. I ain't talking about you.
He ain't talking about Colin like that.
I ain't talking about you.
I ain't talking about you. And he says, "Why are you so triggered?"
I ain't talking about
He said you're triggered right now.
That's okay, Colin. I love you. You still cute with your dimple.
Listen, Colin. He's going through some stuff, man. And I don't think it's funny at all. I don't feel like it's funny at all.
Nobody thought it was funny.
Excuse me?
Nobody thought it was funny.
So you want to sit back laughing with duck face?
We're laughing about Tammy. We're not laughing about Colin.
I'm sorry.
Let's not switch up the Colin. It's not about Colin.
Yeah.
Goodness. He's not against Colin.
Yeah,
I mean, what he says. Honestly, what he says is true. He does need some lessons in life. That's a fact.
Yeah, he do. He damn sure do.
Of course. Of course.
So he's not making fun of him. He's stating a fact.
Listen.
But Tammy is a teacher, and that's the drug part. Tammy could
listen. Colin, don't listen to Tammy, okay? You need to listen to people like M3, Mr. Hall of Fame, and me. Okay, we don't need lessons from her. All right.
Just saying.
He never says anything wrong. He's always 100% correct. He can never say anything wrong, you guys. For those who don't know, he's always 100% correct. Everybody else is wrong, and he's the only one that's right. Just straighten that for everybody.
Me?
Are we gonna let Kris talk?
Kris the Blue? 90%.
We got two more comments. Everybody got two more comments. And then Kris gotta go. We got two more comments.
I'm not teasing you, Tammy. You're awesome.
Okay.
As of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
And then he said like it's a joke about Tammy. Should date Colin. That's all.
It's a joke. It's a joke. Goodness.
Wait, Colin said, but I did understand that I messed up in life. She just kept playing games with me after the breakup, which pissed off Queen. Okay.
Yeah,
And Jessica,
that.
Wait, hold on.
He's right.
Yeah, Chris, I'm sorry. I'm gonna get to you, right? Hold on. So I got put on the, Jessica's here. So she says, this one tonight is I popped in and instantly seeing great perspectives, y'all, with passion heated discussions. Tammy, LL, and then Christina says, welcome, Jessica. Okay.
Down.
Teach him, Tammy.
So down,
We
like
let
when
them
they,
play
down, when
that.
they,
Wait, hold on.
I'm trying to get down the story.
Hold on. We gotta get to Chris story. Wait, hold on. We gotta get to Chris real quick.
Eddie, I definitely want to hear the story, but can we hear Chris first? Chris.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris is in here?
Can you
thought Chris was.
comment so that we can play the music and M3 can read it out loud?
Wait. Read what aloud? Wait. Hold on.
The funniest thing tonight.
When you were mocking her earlier.
He wasn't mocking her.
Imitating her. Let me correct that. Sorry, Chris.
See, y'all put hella words in my mouth, man. Like I'm some type of bully.
You
on,
was
Chris.
imitating Chris.
Yeah.
I want a song in the imitation.
I'm adding flavor to it. Okay. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris. She muted herself.
Okay, can you hear me? Sorry, it's a bit slow. I'm still in my car. I'm supposed to leave to get groceries an hour ago. I'm stuck. I can't leave the stream. I'm too into it. So
you're displaying addictive behavior now.
What'd you say?
I'm just joking. Never mind.
Man, don't listen to her. Go ahead, Chris.
I agree with, I think pretty much with the gist people are saying. I think basically it goes deeper than the video games. I think the reason why they broke up wasn't because of the video games. The reason why they broke up is because their priorities were in line. If Colin was making bank off these video games and there was a future in these video games, she would have been fine with it. I think the issue was they're about to graduate. She's seeing her life flash before her eyes, and she's like, is this the guy that I can be with forever? And the answer was no, I can't be with somebody who's just going to play video games, who may not graduate from college. I'm not trying to offend Colin. I hope this doesn't offend you, Colin, but because you have time, and I don't want you to think you have to rush. You have time to be established. But I think that's what happened, is that her clock is making her move a bit faster, because she's thinking, I need a husband, and I don't think Colin's quite ready for that yet. And when you get attached with someone, you don't want to believe that to be true. You don't want to believe that this person's not ready to be who you need them to be. Does that make sense?
Yeah, he
and
said,
so,
it's the truth. I understand.
Dom. This is what.
Hold on.
Wait. She was still talking.
Chris.
Hold on.
And so I think I understand what everyone's saying. I had mentioned, like, if him getting revenge in the sense that he's going to pull himself together and do what he needs to do, he feels like he needs to do, will get him out of bed in the morning to be productive every day, then that's it. But that's why I said it has to evolve into something healthy. Because when you're heartbroken, you're going to have those feelings. Oh, am I echoing?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you are.
Hold on.
No problem.
Maybe because of... Oops, sorry. 1 second.
No problem, Chris. We'll get back to you. DJ, you was going to ask Dom something?
So, Dom, listen. First of all, the man already has said it. They keep saying that they think this, they think that. First of all, when he was playing video games, she was fine with it. It was cool with that. In between 14 months, she came to him and said, hey, look, check this out. You're playing this a little too much. You got to take care of this and take care of that, take care of this, take care of that. He wasn't trying to hear it. So when that 14 months came, that was it. She didn't see no changes, no new progress, no nothing. That's what happened. He said it, and I believe him.
No. He
That's
said
exactly
that
what
she gave
happened.
him.
She already gave him a chance. She said, "Hey, look, man, between the 14 months,
No.
Dom, let's just say 7 months into the relationship, she told him, she talked to him about that already. Like, hey, listen, how about you do this and do that? You know, you playing this a little too much. Do this and do that. Now, y'all can ask Colin if I'm lying. He said it, and then she came back after 14 months and said, you know what, this ain't working out. But when they broke up. Now remember, he came in contact with her. He seen her and everything. She's flashing her boobs, all flashing her boobs to him. Playing games. I don't know what that's about, but I feel like she was playing games a little bit. But that's what happened. That's the story of what's going on. Thank you, Colin.
Okay, is this better?
No, I totally understand now that I got the whole story. Yeah, I mean, listen, you got to make what's best for yourself. And like I told Colin before, you may never want to be a husband. You may not want to finish and graduate college. You may want to do something else. So you just got to do what's for you. And she got the right to leave if she's not with that.
Yeah, so it's not her. It's not her really though. It's not. It's we can't be mad at her.
We
can't be mad at her.
It's both of them.
It's not both of them. It was him.
Because he said that she didn't want to get help for the relationship and that she's only 23. She lives at home. She barely works and she pays no bills. So she wants him to be a man, but she's still a little girl. So
what does that have to do? What does that have to do with? Wait, no, it's not.
Both of them.
She has her dad pays.
She didn't want to get help with the relationship.
Check this out. Her dad is the one paying all the bills.
She didn't want to get help.
Okay.
She didn't want to get help.
Listen.
Hey, real quick, Tammy has to go.
Listen, no, I guarantee you, it's not her fault. She trying to.
I gotta go. I gotta go.
Have a good night, Miss Tammy.
Good night.
Thanks. I just want to say bye, everybody. I enjoyed the stream, but I gotta go because it's running on 9 o'clock and I gotta be up at 5 in the morning. So, I'm on what's it called, Instagram at First Lady Tammy 916. I'm here on Saturdays hosting Lady Stream. I'm here on Mondays and Thursdays, and my Cryo Slim Journey. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to Knowledge of Relationships because it's amazing. Bye.
That's right. Thank you, First Lady Tammy, for joining in.
Bye, guys.
All right.
So Dom, this girl, her dad, they all live in Alabama and stuff like that, and her dad is like well known. He's basically some rich cat. He's paying all the bills. And the reason why that girl said those things to Colin is because first and foremost, Colin was hitting her up. He was hitting, after the breakup, he was hitting her up back and forth. After I told him not to, he kept doing it. And she came out and told him something that just told him some mean, hurtful things, only because he kept hitting her up like he was thirsty. You know what I mean? Like he was thirsty. If the things she was saying wasn't true, she just said that to make him mad because she's upset after his thirstiness. That's why she said those things. You know what I mean? I told him not to do that.
Right. I totally understand now. Like if you're putting yourself in a position to keep going back to her first, and then she flashes you her boobs, like you kept going back to her when she already told you to let it go. So it's like she came to you like, ooh, let me bother you. Then that would be different. Yeah, if you came to her first after the breakup, trying to do whatever, and you did it multiple times before she, started talking back to you, then that kind of, Colin, I love you, you're sweet, but that is kind of on you. But Kris, I think let's say goodbye before I finish what I have to say, because y'all know I could talk forever.
Yeah, we know that. So we're gonna put the spotlight on Kris real quick.
Hey, Kris. Yeah.
Is the echo gone?
Yeah, the echo's on there, girl.
Yeah.
All the way, girl.
Well, really quick to Colin, just stay productive. Honestly, find the solution that works for you and keep going. You got this. But as far as my channel, I have a channel called The Blooming Ebony. on there we talk about femininity, accountability. I just did a video on male vulnerability. And so please check that out if that's maybe a topic you don't hear very often. You want to learn more about men and how they express their emotions from men. And I also have an Instagram. It's at the Blooming Ebony. And I want to thank Knowledge Relationships for always having me on their show. It's always great. And thank you, Dom, for doing this interview. It's always nice learning more about the team. And that is all. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful night.
Have a wonderful night.
Have a good night.
Yes. Thank you so much, Kris, the Blooming Ebony. And then real quick, right, before we'll have like 2 more minutes.
I also
right,
have to go soon too, because it's time to feed this man who usually eats at 6, and now it's 9.
Okay, good. So we could wrap it up like pretty much in a few seconds. Last question is, what's Tammy's Instagram? Hold on, Mr. Like, you know, we'll do that stuff in a minute, right? Actually,
he gotta ask Tammy. Hold on, he gotta ask Tammy for that.
Yeah.
Tammy already shot. Hold on, y'all. Tammy already shot her Instagram. The Instagram is under the description. That's why it's important for you guys to watch Knowledge and Relationships on the YouTube side, because when you watch Knowledge and Relationships on YouTube, everyone's social media always gets shouted out, and then it will be easier for you guys to click on it. But Tammy, already shouted out her IG earlier before she left, which was I can't remember at the moment, but yeah. Stick around though. But anyways, though, we're gonna have to wrap this guy. We're gonna have to wrap it up, guys. She said it was fire. The Blooming Ebony, thank you, Kashing, because it is getting late, and I do have to get up myself in the morning. So
shout out to Colin.
Shout outs to Colin as well. Thank you, Colin, for tuning in. As always, it's always good to hear your stories. You are evolving, my good man. You know, just keep it up. Now we're gonna put the spotlight on Queen Dom.
Oh, this thing has been so far back. I didn't realize. Listen, I didn't do my eyebrows. I was being lazy. Okay. Find me at the Queen Dom on Instagram and the Queen Dom on YouTube. I don't have a video yet, but it's coming. I got pictures. And Facebook, the Queen Dom or Dominique Robinson. Thank you. Watching my interview. Huh? What?
Shout out who you are, Knowledge and Relationships. Shout out who you are.
Oh, yes. And I am the co-network manager for Knowledge and Relationships. So you guys will definitely be seeing more of me, hearing more of me. I look forward to networking with anyone who wants to join our team, come on our stream, things like that. Have a good day. And I look forward to seeing you guys again.
All right. One thing I want to address is this, right? You know, Dominique, I still didn't forget you dodging my question, but it is all good, right? Because I know you don't want to get back. No, we're gonna have a part 2 about this. You know, because see, Dominique does not really fully believe in the equality stuff. She claims that she does, but she really doesn't. But anyways, we're gonna get to Queen real quick. Queen Forever 2K21. Go ahead and shout yourself out.
Hey, you can reach me on Instagram at Queen Forever 2K21. You can see me on the Knowledge and Relationships platform whenever they stream, Monday, Thursday, U-Day, any day. Saturday's the best day. Lady streams, holla.
All right. So somebody's at the grocery store right now. Anyways, we want to shout out to DJ Eddie King.
Yeah. So listen, you can find me on YouTube, or all you got to do is type in DJ Eddie King. I am the music creator for Knowledge and Relationship. Colin, I hope to see you again, man. And hopefully, if she does get in touch with you, bring her to the show. Hopefully. And you can also find me on Instagram, dj.eddie.king, Facebook, Eddie F. King. Shout out to M3. Shout out to Mr. Hall of Fame. Shout out to Dom. Shout out to Tammy. I won the battle against Tammy. I'm happy about that. But yeah, thank you for letting me join the podcast. And have a good night.
You got to shout me out too. I'm best in the world. Shout me out.
Oh, yeah.
I shout you out already.
No, you said Mr. Hall of Fame. You were just best in the world.
I want to give a shout out to the best in the world, man. The best in the world that ever to do this. Okay. Gia, the manager of Knowledge and Relationship. I want to give a shout out to him.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go with the best of the world.
Brooklyn, baby, in the house. Let's get it.
Yeah. I am the co-network manager of Non-Generationships, Mr. Best in the world.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all, thank you so much for being a part of the Non-Relationship experience. We appreciate all y'all for being a part of our journey. Please like and subscribe. Okay, just don't be on here watching. Please like and subscribe. All right. We definitely appreciate everybody who's been on here. Damo, thank you so much for co-network managing with me, and thank you so much for allowing us to interview you. Shout out to the whole team, man. Shout out to Queen Forever 2K21, First Lady Tammy, Kris, the Blooming Ebony. Shout out to Jessica. Shout out to Kasheen. Shout out to your master pet. Shout out to everybody who made an appearance, man. Who made an appearance and jumped on. You know, in the comment section, we truly appreciate it. Thanks for all the love and support. Also, shout out to the final four. You know what I mean? The phenomenal four. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Three. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? DJ Eddie King, First Lady
sir.
Mr. Best in the world. Yeah. And we'll be back tomorrow for y'all. Yo, this ain't over. This ain't over. We'll be back tomorrow. You know what I mean? We here. I'll let your boy.
Yes, sir.
Take it away.
All right, no doubt. So, anyways, everybody knows who I am. This is your boy M3, and you already know before you come anywhere, before you even tune into the live streams, you gotta always make sure that you guys get your minds right all the time. So, I want to start off by this, right? Shout out to everybody that came to the chat. The chat was very lit. I want to give shout outs to the people who have subscribed to Knowledge and Relationships. And we have at least currently 466 loving subscribers. You know, matter of fact, let me change this up. We have 466 loving supporters. Okay. Shout outs to Japrice, who said hi to us. Shout outs to Robbie Robertson. Shout outs to Amari Striker or Straker, however you pronounce his last name. Shout outs to Amari. You know, shout outs to Kashim, Callie, and everybody else. You know, like Master Duck, Colin, and you know the whole world works. But anyways, tomorrow 5:30 Monday night, we'll be talking, and I think this will probably be the final time that we'll be talking about this church crap, right? But we want to narrow down about Kevin Samuels, because Kevin Samuels has a lot to say about the Black church, and we also will have a guest, our homie Stan the Man. So, anyways, tune in for tomorrow night for the the Knowledge and Relationships MTTV News. My bad, I'm like messing up. But anyways, shouts to everybody. Shouts to you, Dominique, for like joining in and being a part of the podcast, and also just being you. And with that being said, everyone, we are logging out. Thank you, everybody. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and just share the videos. Anyways, peace out. Later. Bye, everyone. Yeah.
Talk is funny.